Welcome back. We are here for Hearts of Wulin, the Numberless Secrets expansion, Gaze into Silken Night, Season 2, Episode 4. We were trying to go over what happened last time, which is a whole entanglement of things that happened, and we think there's a mystery in the background. We're not really sure at the moment, but we'll kind of go over that. Just to remind everybody, there is a mystery as part of this. We're actively in Tournament of Death, which is a complexity 6, and we have now 5 clues on the board with 3 facets that we're supposed to engage at least one clue to a facet, when you finally do the theorize move for this. But our our PCs need to still at least get one more clue if we want to at least try and do a straight roll on the theorize move for this. So everybody seems to be involved in their own stuff, as far as we know. So I don't know if anybody wants to try and figure out where they are exactly at this juncture. What they would either remember from the last time that they were here or from the very last session if they were here. So, you know, have at it if you want to. Otherwise, we'll just go on and then see where you are at this particular point of the at this point of the session. What I remember is that going on around you, again, festival mode, Tournament of Death is something that happens annually in this particular city. Chief Ouyang runs it. I mean, he's trying to keep the standing, the ranking of his particular clan in the city. So that's why he holds this tournament. Yang Mufang was the competitor last year, the champion who won, who was found dead. And initially, Soup was brought in to investigate something completely different, not a murder, just something fishy about the gambling that was going on, specifically having to do with the King of Pearls, who was a suspicious individual, who is here gambling still. But it looks like all of our PCs are involved in some way. Yeah, so Yang is deceased, and there are definitely a lot of competitors about. It seems Soup's sister is here, Radish, also a competitor, as well as someone that we saw last time from the school, the Sun School, Cheng Rogang. She is also a competitor here as well. And Riverglass we saw is competing, and Gullible Mu has entered into the competition using Haoran's money for an entry fee. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so take it away, whomever wants to put in their 2 cents about what happened last time that they were here or last session. So.
Oh, well, I will start. There was a conversation between Haoran and Jade Starlight where Haoran pressed Jade to give their true opinion about Soup, and they got that, got more than they were expecting to get, and the opinion was not a very high one. I thought they were very full of themselves. The actual answer went on longer than Haoran was actually expecting it to take. So there were some very strong opinions in that conversation. I think I can't remember what happened directly after it, so I'm just going to focus on the things I do remember. There was a conversation with Haoran and Gullible Mu where Gullible Mu actually confused Haoran and Haoran believed that Gullible Mu was threatening to share their secret if they did not add a Songbird Jonn to their hit list. And having been thoroughly outmaneuvered by Gullible Mu in Haoran's opinion, they had no other choice but to investigate this individual, and so that they could keep their secrets, which did not. The sort of between knowing that Soup's associates seem to be all criminals, that maybe this arranged marriage had something more to it than what they realized, because clearly the people Soup associates with are assassins and criminals themselves. That would only mean that Soup must also be, which is starting to paint a picture for Haoran and their arranged marriage. When Haoran, not knowing what else to do, starts to look into Songbird Jun, after they discovered a clue. I want to make clear, they discovered a clue of a meeting that was happening at Songbird Jun's home. They were slightly distracted when Li Ming showed up, and Haoran was effectively caught spying. So that is what happened. That's what happened. That I recall. I haven't slept a lot, so most of those details I think are accurate, and that's what I remember.
I want you to think of, like, while I go on to the next person to find out what their recap is. I want you to think about this, considering what you know or you think you know about Soup right now. I
Mm.
want you to tell me, like, I want you to consider and then tell me what you think Radish's role is, or
Mm.
what you think of Radish's reputation amongst all
Mm-hmm.
this, right?
I
So
will think about that.
please do.
Yes.
Okay, who's
Okay.
next? Who's next?
I can jump in just to fill in. I'm not sure what you went over before I got here. Yeah, Gullible Mu is just trying to protect King of Pearls and confronted the undercover cop Haran uh, and said, I know what you're here, and people deserve second chances. Um, Not realizing what Haran's really here for. Um, and Mu had a conversation with the king um, and came up with this great idea of uh, helping the king with his debts by having him bet on Mu when Boot, because Mu would enter the tournament. And of course, I ran into River Glass, and things were hashed out, and he's not with the White Monk, and everything was happy because now we're together, and I'm gonna sign up for the tournament. But there was a cancellation. Uh, River Glass's opponent was, uh, for whatever reason, and you can use this, Mads, um, left the tournament, and uh, I was put in the roster against him, uh, which is where we left off. And I think that's mainly it on my side. Yeah.
Oh, don't forget to roll Face the Fate if you haven't already, so this way you have it ready
Cool.
for the session. Yep. Who's
Yep,
next?
I'll do that. Thanks.
Hmm.
Oh, well, last time I was here, it was, I was gonna say it was before all this mess, but I guess that's not technically true. Um, the last thing that I remember was that I was, I got a clue. Um, which is that which was the glance and flicking gesture between Guo Botong, Chen Ruogang, and Skycast Red, and that gesture ties them to the New Green Leaf Society. Um, And other things happen, but I think that's kind of what I would want to focus on for this time. I think. Oh, should I talk about where I think my character might be now, or should I did I only need to recap? I don't remember.
No, I mean, like if you, excuse me, if you'd like to kind of place yourself in a particular,
Okay.
scene to get us ready for the next situation, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing that I did want to do this session is resolve the thing that's going on with Radish, where I think that I'm supposed to kill her. Um, I'm kind of like, yes, there's that plot, but I'm kind of over it. So I want to get it over with. Um, um, so I think I would want to like either stalk Radish or like study her. I guess those two can be the same. One is the narrative aspect and one is the mechanical aspect. So I'm like, okay, filing this new Greenleaf Society stuff away. Let me just like get the assassination out of the way and then I'll be back to investigating.
Please don't casually assassinate my sister in the first scene of this session.
I will
Yeah.
say that what's going to happen is that, like, we can deal with Radish coming upon, oh God, this is going to be great. Radish coming upon Haoran, and then you can observe or stalk Radish while she's talking with Haoran,
Yes.
and then you can interrupt or stalk Radish at that point. So I mean, like, it can just meld
Yeah.
right into each other, and then Soup can
Yes, yes,
stalk
yes.
you. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Whatever needs to happen.
No, I'm solving a mystery.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Oh.
Oh,
stalking
so oh,
anybody.
so serious.
Oh.
Okay, all right, all right. Let's see what Soup does. Okay.
By the end of this session, I would have solved this mystery, and all of you can go back to having fun.
Wait, what is this fight between Emerald Sky Saint and Skycast Red?
Last session, like in the background, the tournament fight that was going on was Emerald Sky Saint was fighting with Skycast Red, just as like the background flavor.
Cool.
Yeah. But Thomas, yeah, for whatever, like, Soup was doing, or like, what you think Soup remembers from last time that he was here.
Oh, okay, yeah. The last thing that Soup was doing was having that fight with Jade Starlight, where Jade was trying to make Soup feel bad about Yang Mofeng, and Soup was having none of it. And Soup said, you had my sympathy, but then you tried to intimidate me, and now I must warn you that I'm an excellent martial artist, and you cannot intimidate me. And then Soup had a conversation and that's basically decided that Michael and I will be fighting for the next forever session. My goal is, like, the last session of this season, I will apologize to Michael's character, or kill them. We'll figure it out. But yeah, then I went and spoke to Radish, and we had a nice brother sister scene. And yeah, I am, there's at that point I had just left Jintong and Haoran together, and I think I'm thinking about that, but I'm also it's long ago now, so I don't think it's going to be the immediate driver of any action, but it'll come into the scenes. Yeah.
Okay. Fair. I think by also this point, I mean, like, I can keep the Emerald and Skycast fight as background flavor. That's perfectly fine as well, because, like, I'd like to move into either late afternoon / nighttime. So like, whomever needs to find each other can find each other, because I completely picture Howren finding that weird cryptic message of a meeting as, like, as it hits dusk, and then Radish finds finds them in the back alley, and then we can have that encounter, and then of course it makes it easy for Jintong to kind of like stay hidden in the shadows, like as she observes. So then we can fall right into that scene. So everyone else, like, just kind of figure out like where you want to be, in this upcoming like night scenes slash, dusk or what have you, placing yourself in time accordingly, in your investigation, or again, like, your own personal, uh, yeah, your own personal, like, whomever you want to deal with, like, NPC or PC. Okay. So we're going to deal with Haoran and Radish first. Okay. Just want to make sure that I have like all this ducks in a row. I don't think there was anything that we need. Oh, entanglements, like, so I always forget to do this, and I'm remembering to do it now. So yay, I'm remembering to do it now. Look at your entanglements. If they're not aligned with what you want to get done this particular session, like, go ahead and change or tweak whatever you need to do, and then we'll start.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, my
Yeah.
entanglement,
Please change them.
Riverglass, and
Yeah.
Young. I suppose I should probably. I don't think our characters have run into each other yet. Between Jintong and
And just know that we will not have any tournament fights in the evening. Okay. So, like, we're going into dusk and evening, or night scenes, whatever. So don't worry about any tournament fighting. So you
okay.
will not, like Gullible Mu, you will not be fighting Riverglass at the moment. That will not happen this session.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm happy with my my entanglements.
I'm good
All
with
right.
mine too.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and adjust as needed. Yep.
Yeah, I might need to change mine, but if you want to go ahead, I'll think about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, all right. So with Haoran and Radish. So, Haoran, you said that you were going to be like out in the alley or whatever near Songbird June's shop, tent, house, whatever, right? Like, and you found that mysterious message, like asking for a meeting. And
Hmm.
you recognize coded messages anyway, like, given your association. So you're like, oh, you see it, you find it, and then like behind you, you hear Radish's beautiful, beautiful voice to you. I'm sure it's like, Halrin.
Yeah. And as in hearing her, like I react like I'm guilty because like I stand bolt up straight and spin around, almost like at the response of hearing her.
And she's right behind you, so you end up like almost nose to nose with her. I,
Oh,
what are you doing here? Are you okay? Is
you
Soup
meant?
okay?
Oh, I no, I haven't. Soup is fine. Uh, I was
You're
just
this
I
is
dropped something is all.
oh, this is the alchemist shop. Usually people just come here to get the liniment or the potions. Are you sure you're okay? Did something happen to
I'm
my brother?
fine. There there are ointments and things like that, but there are also herbs and other spices that you can purchase here. I'm more of looking for a gift for soup.
Oh, oh, really? Oh,
Do you think he would like something else? I'm like uncomfortable. Like I don't. I'm usually completely serious, and so this like uncomfortable chortle.
hmm. My brother doesn't really strike me as the herbal type, but okay, I guess. I don't think he's taken up smoking or anything, but I could be wrong.
What would you suggest? What would you suggest? Actually,
Oh, I don't know. What does he normally do? I mean, besides drinking.
I drinking. Yeah, I he's a detective as well. So I mean, but I don't know if there's any gift I can really give for that sort of thing,
Oh,
though.
maybe a pouch. Maybe for his tools, I suppose. But you can
Um,
get those anywhere. You can get those over the Over at the leather workers shop, I'm sure. Did you eat yet?
No, no, I haven't. Well, I know I could get them anywhere, but this is the tournament of death, so this would be an ideal place to purchase. All the entire town is looking for the profits that come with all the travelers. So maybe you can help me shop for a gift after we eat.
Oh, if you don't mind, I usually try to eat something light before in the evening. I don't usually like to have something heavy. Is that all right? I mean, did you want to go and join Soup for dinner?
I
She's looking
think
at you very earnestly, like she's like she's walking with you. I mean, like if you want to join her, I mean, like she's just like she's giving you the out, but I mean, like she's looking at you like like a friend, like she's.
I it's like
Do
I
you
think
think this is inner
normally
conflict or not?
I think there's inner conflict because he's like really like like
you're getting tears in the chat, like study her, read her. This is killing me.
I will do what the audience wants.
No,
And
no,
I
no,
will
no,
study.
no. You do you. I can
You
study
do
you.
you.
Hey,
This is killing me.
I walk. While we're walking, we probably walk past wherever.
There's
wherever
food. There's
we're being stalked.
merchants.
Yeah. So we
You know.
probably walk past Jintong, who's in some sort of very
In the alley.
inconspicuous location.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or she's probably right in plain sight, but like you're
Right.
like
It just can't. I'm too flustered to really
You don't
actually.
care. Yes, she don't care. They don't care.
What foods do you like?
Oh, just some light things. I mean, dumplings are good. I mean, some vegetables. What do you like to eat? Or actually, what do you like to? What does my brother like to eat during dinner time? It's like, does he make you fill up on heavy feasting at nighttime? Ugh.
I think I need to roll inner conflict because the more she asks me about Soup and Soup goes out of his way to avoid, I don't even think I know these basic answers because I can't get Soup to interact.
Oh, that's beautiful. Go for it. Yes. What are you rolling on? Mark XP first and then roll.
Okay, let's see. I think I have to be trying to be creative, which is like one of the worst things I could do, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to be creative, so that'll be a +0. And I roll snake eyes.
Oh, the GM makes things much worse. Aw. At our first roll of the game. What did you roll for fate? Just for funsies, what did you roll for Face the Fate?
Oops,
A 10.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I mean,
Where were you trying to? This is to study her.
This is inner
No,
conflict.
this is inner conflict.
Inner conflict.
Can he do that? I don't know. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it or if you want to offer it. That's up to you.
I feel like we should save that for something more important than Haoran falling apart. So.
God, okay.
All right, so I'm gonna mark fire.
Complication death. Oh. Where are you? Like, are you guys on the way to eat something, or are you like trying to steer her towards like like a merchant? Do you care?
I think since she was wanting to have a meal, I think that's where I was looking for some place that they could sit down and eat and talk, and hopefully was hoping to buy time to prepare themselves. But apparently, she is going to ask pertinent and easy questions that Haoran can't answer. So it's very frustrating because this is like the specific reason why Haran kept trying to engage with Soup, and Soup refuses to. And so now that they're asking questions that they specifically were like, I've been trying to get these very simple answers. It's like they're like kind of just coming apart at the seams as they're walking. I don't even think they make it to where they're having their meal after like the third or fourth question.
Yeah, I think maybe you're trying to be like, very like, she's asking you the questions about Soup, like she's trying to get to know you by asking you
Mm-hmm.
questions about your connection to her brother and all this kind of stuff. And like maybe she's like starting to um go in through the door uh of um of an establishment, like, maybe one of the places that she would normally get something to eat. And then something happens where um there's a disturbance. How do I do this? Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how best to do this. And I think, do you think you would go in first or she would go in first? She would indicate the place of where you're going to go in, but do you think you would be first or she would?
Um, I don't know. It's I guess if she's picking the place and leading the way there, and she like waved it over, I would be going in first. I guess that
Okay.
would make sense.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to say that as you're trying to, like, be uncomfortable, subtle, I don't know how you want to put it. Maybe she's showing you the place, you're starting to
Hmm.
step through, but then all of a sudden you feel her hand on your clothing and she drags you back just as Emerald Sky Saint flies through the door with a knife, or excuse me, an arrow through her chest. Like she's being propelled with an arrow through her chest and she goes flying through the door. Emerald Sky Saint is no more.
Like, oh my god! Like, and I like immediately look at Jay and like step and make sure I'm in front of them because
Radish
I mean
is
Radish
yeah,
in
Radish is
front
like,
of
ducking through the
Leland.
door. Like she's immediately pulled out her sword and like, pulling you behind her. Like,
So it's like an
stay
awkward scene
here.
of both of us trying to get in front, and she's
Well, I mean,
probably
she's trying to
stronger than
push you
I am.
behind her, right? I mean, like, like, stay here. And then she's like, she's already like leaping through the door and like just trying to check to see. And like that place is dark. Yeah, like the place is dark. There's no one there. Like she didn't happen to see because like, the lanterns were deceptively, lit or what have you, but now there's no one there.
I probably I draw like daggers, but I
Mhm.
try to like hide them within the my robes, and I will stay directly behind her, and I will like probably just study the place to see if I can find
Sure.
any other assassins.
Yeah. Uh so she's leapt through. I mean, like, big hubbub obviously in the street. You can study, it's really like, like all over the place. But I mean, like, here's Emerald Sky Saint, like, with the
Mhm.
arrow sticking up through her chest. Jintong, obviously you see this from your vantage point. So everybody's all in the mix. Okay, so, you know, uh Haoran, you can roll. Jintong, you can roll. Whoever else
Yeah,
wants to, sure. Do
I
whatever you
want to
want.
study.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm gonna
please.
study Radish.
Okay. Oh, are you gonna go in through a different direction, or are you gonna? Because she's leapt in through the main door with her.
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
I can what is this building again? This is like a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Or some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
tea
It's
house type
literally
thing.
like one of those like literally one of those like those mom and pop hole in the walls. That's like that holds like really good food. Um.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will I mean, I don't think I'm going inside, but
Right.
I will. I'll study from. I'll jump on the roof and
Okay.
then like, just peel off one of the roof
Sure.
tiles.
Sure. Okay.
To look.
All right. All right. We'll do Jintong's study first, and then uh, Pan will do your study roll second. Okay. Since you're going to be studying, are you studying the body or are you studying outside? What are you doing?
I think I'm studying the surroundings to see if I
Okay,
can find
surroundings.
any evidence of who actually.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so go ahead, Jintong.
Okay, I'll roll plus Earth.
Okay.
I am being cautious and focused on my goal.
Okay. Somebody did say the last time it was about time for a second murder, and I'm like, wow, all right, great.
Okay, well, I also rolled Snake Eyes, but I think I might as well. I'll probably mark another Shadows.
Okay.
Yeah, Shadows flashback so that I can actually just succeed.
Okay.
Like seven to nine.
Okay.
The one that I will do is family
Okay.
for Jintong. And I think this is this is a flashback to when she was a kid with River Glass, or like like teens, since we said no child stuff on screen, or like child suffering, so like early teens, and both of them, I think it's like Jintong limping back to wherever they were staying, and she went out. Maybe this is like one of her earlier missions, and she got injured, um, and then she kind of just like goes back and then kind of slumps onto a like just a discarded sack is kind of like the kind of things that they can like rest on, and then like as she like slides down and like sits there, she like turns and then there's like a cold bowl like against her face, and then she just like tiredly looks up and it's River Glass, and he's grinning at her, and but then when he sees like how haggard she is, like that look turns into worry, and then he quickly like drops down to her level, and then like I mean gives her the bowl of, it was just a water, and then she drinks it, and he's like, did, did you get hurt again? And then she um just like again so tired that she can't answer, just like nods tiredly, and then we kind of see that there is blood seeping out of the bandage of her like of her injury, but then she reaches into I guess like maybe her sleeve where she can keep stuff, um and then takes out a little, I think it's some kind of a dessert, like a baked thing that has like red bean paste inside, let's say like maybe a baozi with like red bean paste inside, and then she takes his hand and then places the baozi there, and it's like, and then he kind of he looks like he's going to cry, but what he says is it's all squished. um and yeah, that's the flashback. Whoa, River Glass.
That's
um
adorable.
yeah, and sweet, that means I can bump it up.
Yes.
I study.
Okay, so you gain one hold, or you gain two hold if you take a cost. Alienate, cause a misunderstanding, reveal a secret, or endanger an NPC.
I would love to endanger Radish. No.
Oh dear.
That would be so funny.
Excellent.
Oh jeez.
Honestly, yeah,
It's up to you.
I'm like, do I want to take a clue or do I want to establish a detail? Because I feel like reveal a detail.
Reveal a secret.
I would like to take a cost.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
give me a cost.
Okay, so hold on. Gain two holds. So cost. Oh man.
And I would like to spend a hold to declare a reveal a detail.
Okay, you're going to gain 2 holds to take
Yeah,
cost, but you're going to spend a hold
to reveal it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I can tell you what I want to reveal, or
Okay.
if you want to give me the cost first, that's fine
no,
too.
Go ahead and tell me what you want to reveal. It's fine.
The detail I'm gonna reveal is that Radish knew this was going to happen. She acted way before she could have been aware that Emerald Sky Saint's body was gonna fly out. And there is no surprise in her eyes. When she sees who it is. She knew this was going to happen.
Oh my god. That's so delicious, but what kind of cost could I give you? Oh my god. I'm such a softie, I swear to God. Okay, I'm just gonna ask the table. So what kind of cost can I give Jintong for such a delicious secret? Detail. So good. What kind of cost is worth that kind of detail? That is just so damn delicious. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh, maybe Haran notices Jintong is stalking them because he's studying the surroundings.
I mean, I think that, or even, yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Either that or Li Ming noticed that they were being stalked, one or other.
Or Riverglass is here as well and is hiding and watching.
Oh shit. Which would hurt you more? Which would hurt you more, Jintong?
Well, I'm not sure the River Glass being here and hiding would hurt Jintong specifically, because unless there was something more about like why he's here. I think Haoran noticing that Jintong like is very closely studying Radish would put Jintong in the most danger. Like it doesn't hurt her emotionally, but it would definitely make her the most stressed.
Yeah. I think noticing that, or like realizing that Howard has spotted you, that he knows that you're here is dangerous. Because again, he's already insulted you by letting you go. He could have taken you out already in your weakened state. So yeah, that's a cost. Yeah. So maybe like your eyes meet. As you have seen that you've observed Radish, and that like Radish does not seem to be surprised. It's almost as if in seeing this that she's ducked in, like she's protected Haoran. Like Haoran is busy studying what he's studying outside for clues, but she's ducked in like as if she's going to investigate, and then she drops the pretense as soon as she goes into the restaurant. She doesn't see you, but you meet Haoran's eyes, and he does. He sees you there, up on the roof.
Yeah, I think when Haoran sees Jintong that they will narrow their eyes, but then follow Lehman into the I guess it's a tea shop, because now they're more concerned with finding evidence of what killed our, I can't remember. I already lost the name of the person.
Emerald Sky Saint.
Emerald Sky Saint, for proof, but now he's starting to think that whatever evidence he does find will probably just lead him back to Jintong. So,
Okay.
which is, of course, yeah, it's causing some conflict that maybe the previous decision may have been a mistake to not to leave Jintong alive.
Oh no! Wait.
But it always depends on what he actually discovers.
Okay,
honestly.
so you do I can't speak. Do you want to make that roll for study out there first before you follow
Yeah.
Radish out inside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go for
had rolled it thinking I was gonna go before, so it's
It's
a
fine.
10.
Well, I mean, it's a 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I also want to use my other hold since
Yeah.
I got I have two now, taking that cost.
Uh-huh.
The other I would like to spend the other hold
Uh-huh.
to reveal another detail.
Oh no, what is the detail?
Awesome.
What are you trying to
Which
do?
is that this is an ambush.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I love this so much. Hold on. Let me
Excellent.
give them
And that is what
Excellent.
Haoran is walking into.
Okay. Let me give Haoran a clue first. Oh my god, I'm dying. This is so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. Is that what you
It's awesome. I mean, I was planning on walking into an ambush using my own moves, but this works just as well.
It's a trap.
I,
Oh my god. Okay. Outside. So this. Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, you have your taste of cold steel. That's fun. You can still
Mhm.
do that
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
study a
oh
situation
no, I was
looking for
thinking his
potential
name is
trouble, right?
Nobody. Yeah, it's
Mm.
Oh my
his name is
god.
no. That's the one I was like, you deliberately walk into it like a trap. You deliberately head off alone into a dangerous situation. It's the
You were
danger-prone
trying for that
Daphne
last time too.
move.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So then would you rather do that instead of making it a study? Is that what you mean?
Well, no, you're introducing the ambush. I'm going to use my study for Taste of Cold Steel to try to figure out what sort of ambush it is. So I'm not sure what the order of operations will actually be here, but I figured if I found evidence that would still let me know what kind of ambush this is.
Okay, well,
So either way,
first off,
Clues?
I need to know if I'm giving a
clues.
clue. Am I giving a clue?
Oh yes, clue. Sorry, clue.
Remember. Well, actually,
Clue.
no. Am I giving a clue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mads, you are giving a clue.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, like maybe people are into some BS here. I mean, like there might be a mystery around. I don't know.
I am fully into BS.
Okay.
However, in
Okay.
this situation, I would like a clue.
Okay. All right. Just making sure, because I don't know. Sometimes,
I feel like you're trying to convince me not to take a clue. That's what.
Look now. I mean, I'm looking at the. Okay. All right. I never know with some people, It's like I never know what they want. I never know what they want.
Matt's setting us up for failure.
No.
Like I can't hear answers. I don't.
Okay, I can't help this. This one's too good. All right, I got to put this one in there. All right. So I think when you look outside, you see Emerald Sky Saint's body like fly out, arrow right through the chest, and you turn to the body, and then everybody's like, out in the street, like just kind of like anybody that's out there is just like, in shock and horror, like, the cry goes up, whatever, and then maybe like with the way it's set up, maybe there's like, some bushes, like the alley, whatever. maybe like just really quickly before you go to chase Radish inside, maybe you notice like in the bush, and for whatever reason you don't like look much further, but you see the eyes and the limp hand of someone that's in the bush, and you see what looks like perhaps the proprietor of the establishment. The clue is basically a dead cook.
Oh, that's the biggest travesty. Oh, they make food. Why would you kill them?
Yeah, a dead cook. Okay.
Those these monsters.
But then you decide to just like run in after her or whatever.
Yes, yes. I ignore the body strewn everywhere at this point. I guess
Yeah.
it's more important to protect the living. They'll still be dead in a couple minutes.
I mean, you figure you figure it's like, somebody will be by, like, somebody will get help or whatever soon. You'll just chase after your you'll just chase after. Yeah, sure. It's priorities. Sure. Okay. All right. So what's next in the order of operation? Like, I want to know.
I think ambush now. I'm
Okay.
not sure. Yeah.
So is it your move or is it Jintong's detail? I want to know what.
That was my reveal. My
Okay.
detail.
So the ambush.
Yeah. The hold happened. I would imagine the hold would happen immediately.
Okay. All right. So
Oh.
what do you picture? What do you picture this like? Who do you picture in this ambush, Jintong?
I mean, now that I know Li Min knew was happening, that doesn't necessarily tell me that she knew it and was walking into the ambush, or she is somehow part of this ambush. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
But I think in this situation, it is somehow strategically too dark to see
Yes.
anyone in the room
Yes.
to the point that we can barely tell each other from the would be ambushers.
Yeah. That's
Because it is
about right.
nighttime.
Yes. That is
Yeah.
true. The lanterns have been extinguished. It is dark. You can't tell. You hear some shuffling, and then perhaps like out of the shadows you see some silhouettes that do not look familiar, do not look like Radish and Soup. Gullible Mu, where do we find you two this night? Or dusk, or whatever time period it is right now. Just before or after or during the mess over at the tea/dumpling shop.
Yeah, Rod, what would Moo be doing when Soup finds him? Would he be by himself? Also, interesting question.
Oh, before that happens, thank you for reminding me. I think Moo, as you're like say coming back from the whole discovery about, all right, you're signing up for the tournament with Haoran's money, and you find out that River Glass is going to be your opponent at the next match, next day's match. I think maybe, I don't know if you share a meal or whatever, for whatever reason, like River Glass like decides to go off on his own, but you're left alone again. And I think as you're wandering the streets, Gullible Mu, I think maybe your friend, that monk fellow,
Oh, yeah.
comes upon you again and says, oh, and he has a basket with him, like it's full of like evening vegetables or something like that. Says, so did you find your friends? Did you find those that could spend some time with you?
Yes, but everything has gone wrong.
How so? Walk with me.
Yeah, I follow. I was trying to help a friend, but now I might have to. I might have to find another friend to help the first friend.
So at first you were lonely and wanting to find people to feel responsible for. And now that you are responsible for them, you must find more people to help those that you are feeling or you are taking care of. Is that what I'm given to understand? It seems all or nothing for you, doesn't it?
It
Feast or
feels
famine.
like I am being torn.
Hmm. See these, and it seems to be these, see this particular shoot. So he hands you this particularly brittle bamboo shoot, it's all dried, it's quite brittle, and
Oh,
he will
thank you.
he will hand it to you and say, "Go ahead, tear it."
I try to tear it.
And it comes apart quite easily because it's dry, it's brittle. And then he hands you like some fresh ones, and like
Mhm.
it's a bundle. It's like a thick bundle, this big. Now, go ahead and tear it.
I try to tear it.
Can you?
I will keep trying.
No, no, no. You see, you cannot. You must gather your resources. You must find a way to not be without. You must be with more, strengthen, and shore your resources up so you cannot easily be torn down and be brittle like the first dry shoot. Do you think you can do that? And you
I,
must ask your friends to do the same. They cannot just depend on you to be their bundle.
so we have to group together
Correct.
so that we can tear this bamboo.
Or be strong together.
Okay. Uh,
You'll get it soon enough. And he pats you on the shoulder. And he takes the big bundle back from you and says, "I will complete my evening stores. I wish good luck to you."
Can I keep this? And I'll show him the fragile shoot that I tore up.
If only as a reminder not to be that way. Certainly.
Okay. I put it in my pocket. My resources. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't have many resources here, but Soup is definitely someone I know.
And you see him toddle off with his basket, with his with his vegetables and the bundle of shoots and stuff. So, yeah. But as you see him duck down in one of the alleys, it's he's kind of shaking his head like. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think as Mu is like looking at this old man trundle away, that's when Soup like shows up, and like it's the quiet moment, right? It's just this music playing, this old man walking away, and Soup is like, "Ooh, what are you doing here? I've been looking for you." And it's just like, yeah, just breaking the poignancy of the moment.
Uh, oh, I was just about to look for you. Uh,
Well, you did a bad job of finding me. I've had to find you, but it's fine. What is this? What is this? I'm hearing that you're joining the competition, Ren Muyang. Are you serious?
Soup, it It's terrible. Uh, I I joined so I could help the King of Pearls, but now they have placed me to fight against Riverglass.
Right.
I cannot
So
fight him. He is just a poet and a merchant. I would hurt him.
so you tried to help someone who is quite obviously a cheat and a liar, someone who is, so clearly manipulating the bets around this competition. And for your good deed, you're now going to fight the man you love. Great. And I want to make this clear, he will kick your ass. So uh, I think I think I need to stick around. No, I think someone needs to protect you, and I think it has to be me.
Uh, Actually, there is something you can do. Uh, you are friends with the Chief Wu Yan, are you not? Can you tell him to change the opponent for the tournament?
I probably could, but maybe I could ask. Maybe instead you could drop out.
But then what would happen to the king?
You know he's not a real king, correct? I just need to be clear about this. You understand that this man is not royalty.
Uh, how do you know this? I mean, he dresses like royalty.
He dressed. Um. Okay. Um. Clothes are something you buy in a store. Okay. No, I take that back. Yeah. No,
Uh,
he probably bought those clothes from his illegal winnings.
why do you say he's cheating?
Oh,
Look,
I mean, I don't have a proof, but I really wanted it to be Undaunted Zidane. But these murders have really distracted me from from that. But yeah,
Mur
Chief. Oh, you don't know about the murders?
wait, wait,
The
would
murder,
Soup know about
murder. Sorry,
murder? Okay, all
I
right,
meant
all
murder.
right, cool, cool.
Don't know about the
No, no,
murder.
he knows. He
Okay,
knows.
yeah. And Chief Yang hired me to investigate the the con man you refer to as the King of Pearls.
Soup, I was just talking to an old monk, and he told me I must gather resources in order to break bamboo. I think I think you are a resource, but I think the King of Pearls is also a resource. He is my friend. Um, and if he is doing something wrong, I must help him. Uh, but I don't know how. And I don't think dropping out of the competition will help anyone except me. And I can't be selfish that way.
Okay. I'm going to give you the solution to all of your problems. Right now, I'm just going to give you the solution. And all you have to do is accept this gift, Ren Yang. Just accept the gift that I'm about to give you. Tell the King of Pearls to bet on River Glass, and then you lose on purpose.
That is a great idea. This way, I'm the only one who gets hurt. Uh, Thank you, Soup.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe I should talk to this River Glass also.
no, you have to help the Chief Liang with your investigation. Uh, if I can help with that, just let me know.
No, you go find that monk and give him back his bamboo moon. Like, just, don't don't worry about the case. I guess, as usual, I have to solve it by myself. Just... no, actually, uh, actually, I do need. I was looking for you, one, to save you from what I thought was imminent demise, but also, if you are participating in the competition, would you consider challenging someone to a little practice duel so I can study their technique?
That is an odd request, but yes.
Oh, fantastic. This will be Guo Botong.
I do not know this person, but I'm sure they will be.
Okay.
I am sure they will be. I'm sure they won't mind a little practice for their own competition.
I feel so bad now.
No, this is beautiful. Yeah, I will do it. But I just thought of something. You said you were all alone in this investigation.
Yes.
Why do you not ask Hadran, who can help you because, you know, of their skills?
What skills?
You know that your betrothed is a cop.
No, he's not.
I'm so sorry. I did not.
No. No. You have not revealed something to me. I am suggesting that you are laboring under a misunderstanding.
No, I spoke to him and he seemed to understand what I was saying.
What did he say?
Uh, actually, he said very little. He ran away. Um,
Maybe
but
because you accused him of being some kind of law officer.
is that an insult? I
Maybe? Did you
uh,
say anything else that would make him run away? I'm not.
uh, he didn't seem insulted. A little more surprised. Um, I don't know. Maybe you should talk to him. But
No, I can't do that right now. I'm too busy solving the case. So,
of course.
so, so maybe you can, um, maybe what you can do is actually, yeah. You know what? Just forget about Haoran. Just let's not talk about Haoran right now. Let's just do the
Oh,
thing where I solve the case. Let's go and
okay.
uh, and yeah, let's do this fight thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right. I'll follow you.
good.
You are so lucky I did not have you roll on inner frickin' conflict on Pan Haran. What?
I
Not talk about Pan what?
I did end the scene, so I just sort of inner conflicted myself. Like, yeah.
Not talk about your fiance. What was wrong with you? Oh my god.
Oh, Would it be interesting to talk about my feelings? No, I don't think so. I think I will continue to hide them.
Sure. Even better, it's like if somebody brought up Jintong. Oh no. Oh goodness. Okay. Dang. Amazing. Okay. So. And yet again, did we study? No.
No, I was just, I had to tell Gullible Mu that every single statement they made was incorrect about everything.
Oh,
Like
yes.
it took a long time to feel to walk through all of them. Yeah.
Oh, sure. We don't have a we don't have a move of like, let me tell you everything that you did was wrong. Move. Specifically for the investigator. We did not have that. Unfortunately. Okay. So, let's go back to the battle or the impending battle. All right. So, yes, we have set up back to the tea/dumpling shop, which has a lot of shadowy figures, and Haoran, you are facing off against them. Jintong, do you think that you come down from the roof, or you think that you're still kind of up there, but you're like looking down upon this scene where you see all these people coming in?
I would love to also be ambushed. That the ambush isn't just inside, but
Okay.
as I'm looking down,
Yes.
then I
You-
hear
Yes.
the wind from behind me.
Yes. Perfect. Love it. Like, so basically we see the dual scene even, like, I picture like, the people coming upon Haoran, and then like, you feel the wind upon your face, like we see that your hair's like, starting to flow outward as people come upon you, and then like the split screen. So like, like people like come upon Haoran and then people coming upon you. There you go. 2 levels. All right. So,
Important question.
yes.
What sort of weapon does Li Min have?
She has a sword. I think we established that she has a regular sword.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so like a regular sword. So that's slashing weapon, which does not resemble anything like a dagger attack. Oh, excellent! That's one to make sure.
No.
I guess I could have a knife though, but that would have edge. Yeah. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, like, is there something specific that you are protected against, or like, that gives you an advantage?
No. I'm trying to make sure if I use a dagger, would there be a way for it to look would it leave wounds similar to a much larger weapon? And I guess if they're both slashing type weapons, because Haran does not want to reveal that they can fight.
Well, daggers are generally more piercing because of the shortness of them.
Thus,
swords are more I cannot speak today. Swords are more slashing. I will say that when we're considering the long sword, I mean, like, they're considered like, 2 blades. I mean, like, two blades because of the 2 sides, of it. Now, if we're talking about a broadsword, like slight curve, we've got like the long bladed part, and then the short little curve like up top. Okay.
Right. I was just making sure that if I use daggers, how obvious would it leave enough clues for someone who's a master detective to see that they are different attacks? That's all I was trying to make
I
sure.
mean, there's like assassins that use just daggers, so I mean, like, it wouldn't necessarily pin on you, but unless he's seen you fight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do that I would not immediately understand as soon as I witness the crime.
As soon as you come in proximity of it, before you even see it.
So don't even try.
Excellent.
Mister, I don't know all the 8 steps. Yeah, sure.
Since it's a completely hopeless situation, then I won't bother worrying about it.
Yeah. No worries. You're good. You're fine. You're all good. Besides, also, like, might be called upon by a roll. So I mean, like, we can't say what kind of dice, what kind of dice roll that Soup's gonna have. So, it's all right. Okay. So, what are you 2 activating at this point? For battle, let me see. Let me look at the moves here. Deal with troops. I mean, like, do you want to call it automatically and like a deal with troops kind of problem, or are we talking dual? Because you don't know, like, right at this moment, Haoran, you're not dealing with, you're not dealing with Radish, because I don't think you're dealing with Radish at the moment, right? She's disappeared in front of you. You don't know, like, who you're dealing with. Like, they're all, like, shadowy figures to you, silhouettes and such. Same thing for you, Jintong.
I think for me, I think what I'd be doing is trying to study the enemy because I'm trying not to decide whether if I should engage with my own or if, maybe Lee Min can handle this without my assistance. I truly do not want to fight anyone in front of Lee Min, so I'd be studying. I think if that's okay.
I think you've just studied, so I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
what you would be studying to do. Like I think this is a fight scene. So
Okay.
Yeah.
so if you don't want to fight, you can describe what you do want to do, or like escape, pull her away, whatever, and that
Mhm.
might just be overcome, right? There is a move that catches like every action that there isn't another move for. So if yeah.
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 Because I
Okay.
mean,
Well.
it's not like you snuck
Okay.
in. It's not like you snuck in on them ambushing
Someone else,
Radish.
like
Right.
yeah.
Fair.
Right. You walked in on the ambush. Or like
Yeah.
did your move determine that? Like I'm trying to understand where this came
See,
in.
I mean, I don't know if the clue actually would trigger the +1 forward because since I don't know if I have to ask one of those two questions or that's just adding an extra thing, tacking something on to study. So,
Hold on, let's see.
but it feels like because it says trouble, I would have had to
Well, it's two
actually
separate
ask
things
one of
though.
those.
It's two separate things though. So when you study a situation looking for potential trouble, that's separate. Like that's a taste of cold steel,
Hmm.
which is separate from his name is nobody, which is you deliberately headed off
No,
alone into a dangerous situation.
whoa, no, 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 no. I'm only talking about Taste of Cold Steel and I'm trying to make sure like I would have had it says it adds these two questions, but are those the only two questions that can get the +1 forward, or does the study get the +1 forward? Is what I'm not clear about. If that's not the case, then I mean I'm just gonna duel, I guess. If the duel is the darkness, or unless there's a better like thing to do.
Hold on, study situation with potential trouble.
Yeah, the regular study doesn't give you +1 forward to dealing with the results of the study. So I think it would only be +1 forward to um, the answers to those
Yes.
two questions provided by a
That
taste
makes
of cold
sense.
steel.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm gonna be dueling then,
Yeah.
since since it doesn't make sense to study and to study again, I'm just going to be dueling the
Okay.
darkness.
If Haoran is dueling, which means that it's a one-on-one fight with someone, then I would like to fight the troops because there are quite a few of them around.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm confusing. What is the fight the troop? Is that a different move?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you look at the basic moves tab,
Okay.
there's the duel move, and then below that there's the deal with troops move. Deal with
Yeah.
troops is you fight a
Oh,
group of
okay.
foes who are collectively below your scale.
Yeah.
Then duel is a one-on-one
Yeah.
move.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's multiple
Sorry.
people here.
Sorry. I won't deal with troops. That's what I meant. I didn't realize it was separate. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The most appropriate thing right now is deal with troops for both of you. So,
Yeah,
um,
so but I think Jintong probably is in a position that they would be engaging before us, maybe. I think.
Sorry, what was that? You said something about Jintong.
I just like I feel like you're in a position that you'd be engaging with them before Haoran would be.
Sure. I'm down for whatever. What do
okay.
you think, Matt?
Yeah. I can
Okay.
totally see Jintong dealing with.
Yeah, I think Jintong immediately ducks, hearing that sound.
Yeah.
And then like s- as she stands, she also pulls back from where she was standing.
Mhm.
And what does she see?
Yeah. So I think like this whole place, like where you are, like you said, you're up on the rooftop. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you have like some shadowy figures. They're in nondescript robes and uh uniforms, like of like different shades of gray and black and brown, like, you know, obviously to try to blend into the darkness as best as possible. And so they're in soundless, like, you know, gear, and they have their weapons drawn, and they're just ready to take out anyone. You do see one person that looks like they have a bow, and they were the ones that maybe had struck the blow to Emerald Sky Saint, that, like, you know, propelled them out of the tea dumpling shop. Yeah. So but they
Okay.
look like they're ready to draw on you as well. But the others are just to make sure to distract you, to get them ready to do a killing arrow on you. So
Yeah. So what Jintong is going to do is she's gonna do like what we see is her like running like and then going like between each person.
mm-hmm.
And it's like every single time she's her start of movement is she is about to like heartsteel, but then she stops herself and then she has to like go for like it's not a very I don't think it's a very smooth like series of gestures because it's so instinctive. Obviously your fighting style is instinctive, that it's really hard to do something different, but she does a lot of elbow strikes, so uh it's still quite deadly. And there is the potential for them to die because you know elbows are hard. And she like basically like um it- like aims mostly for um either like their vitals basically, so it's still aiming to if not take them out then knock them out like right away. And doesn't n- doesn't think that much about like preserving their life, but is so she's not like holding back from killing them because she's like I shouldn't kill them, but it's more like she's holding back from using Heartstealer because she's like I can't do that right now. Elbows of Fury, pow pow pow. Yeah, and it's like a lot of like you're running between them and then like avoiding them and then probably like sliding along the roof as well and like kicking up some of the tiles as she goes to
Sure.
get to um the archer
Yes.
at the farthest point.
Perfect. Okay.
Should I
So
roll?
roll plus your style element, please.
Okay. Is it unmarked?
Hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I can fight. Ooh, okay. Okay, I rolled an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
You defeat them. You do so easily, and you've described pretty much how you do so. But
Hmm.
tell me how you do the defeating, or the I don't know, coup de grace. I mean, I know you're not trying to kill them, but I mean, like, you know, you are essentially, like, you know, taking them out fully. So
Yeah, I suppose. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's so like Jinho it like gets to the last person
mhm.
and then like I think this one is a little like more of a close call. Like an arrow like flies and then like just like gets like um doesn't actually touch Jinho's cheek, but then you kind of see her hair like flying a little. Um as the arrow like whizzes past and then she like her hand goes to the person's chest and then at the last moment it turns into like a palm and so she just like hits them and then they like fly off the roof.
I
Yeah.
think I think as we watch them fly off the roof, it's like, you know, then we follow the camera down, and then we go to Pan Haoran down below. So
Sorry, I
yeah,
would
go ahead.
also love to like basically like go inside as well to
Oh, okay,
like see what's going on.
okay. Oh well, then like the camera will follow you both down as the
Yeah, so I
body
like
falls.
I,
Yep.
yeah, I hit to this person and then I grab their bow and then like toss it in a different direction so
Okay.
that they can't. fire
Yeah.
another arrow,
Yeah.
and then I will like hop down and then like turn and head inside
Okay.
this building.
So while that's going on, and like, we see the slow, like, slow descent of this person being like palmed off the roof. Pan, tell us you're dealing with the troops and then roll for it on your style element. So tell us your style of dealing with the ambush. You are dealing with the same type of shadowy figures, also dressed in varied shades of darkness, browns, grays, blacks. They are trying to move as soundlessly as possible. Also, with varied weapons, swords, daggers, probably some crescent moons, as well as like one archer behind them all. This may or may not be similar to the person up on the roof, ready with an arrow that could shoot at you to also give be the killing blow behind the distractions of the melee weapons. Okay, so ready to shoot an arrow through your heart once the meleeers have worn you down. So, how do you want to take them out?
Haran is mostly trying to support Lee Min, but also taking advantage of the fact of one, not knowing he's dealing with a master detective and thinking that he will take advantage of all of the pottery and everything to shatter at people, hoping to leave incidental cuts that will mask his poisonous blades.
Nice.
And so a lot of it is like there's a lot of shattering like cups and vessels and other teapots and things like that, and
Lovely.
using that as a distraction to like employ their poisoned blade.
Ooh, brilliant. Roll with your style element, please.
I would also love to support if I could.
Oh, okay. Is that something that you can do mechanically? Because I was not aware that
Yeah,
that
I
was
would
something.
roll the comfort and support move.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
you can do that before or after rolling.
I
So
you,
yeah.
I would like to do it before because I want to establish in fiction that it does happen, if that's okay.
Yeah.
If that's okay with you as well, John. Like, are you cool?
I'm sure.
Okay.
And fictionally, it doesn't even have to be something that maybe Pan Haran is necessarily aware of, but that would be fun. That would be kind of fun to watch, like as the audience, like to see the fictional help.
Oh,
So.
I would like Haoran to be aware of this. What this looks like is Jintong like dropping down, looking inside, seeing the archer, and going straight for the archer. And for once, not making it, not being like secretive about the way that she's going. I think also,
Okay.
because she thinks she can just do it. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I will. Okay. I'm going to still. I think I'll still roll with metal because like the way that I'm helping is like fighting. So using my style element makes sense.
Okay. What'd you get?
I rolled a 3. Plus 2 is 5.
Awesome.
Wait.
Incredible. Beautiful.
Do you have a bond that you can spend to do that?
I do. I have 1 bond, which would bump it up to a 6.
There's still a 6. Holy crap, a doodle do. Okay, so
Yeah.
does that mean it's just a burn? Like it just gets burned?
Wait,
like you don't
can
help
someone
at
else
all?
use a bond? Can someone else use a bond? Because part of me is like,
Do you have a
would
bond?
do that.
That would be
I have
so
a
funny.
bond with Soup, and Soup has a bond with Jintong. Therefore, by the transfer of phosphry of bonds, I should be able to use a bond for.
Oh my
What is
gosh,
a
Moose
bond
has
currency?
so many bonds. How do you get so many bonds?
Supporting people, I think, is being
Is
a
this
nice
like
person.
is this transferable bond currency? Like is this how
You
it
can use
works?
bonds on other people's roles. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
the
I
other
will
way of helping.
use the bond with Soup to help.
Okay.
To help
Wow.
me help you.
Yes,
That's amazing.
because I'm helping this be established in fiction. This is more important than the success of my role is
Thank you.
establishing this in the fiction.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay,
I will
okay.
also burn my one bond with Riverglass to bump it up. So because
Amazing. Okay.
I need 2 bonds, and I am drawing on. I think I'm drawing on when the rare cases where I do fight with Riverglass, like we go do a mission to, or maybe I don't know. When both of us have to face more enemies, there's a way that Jintong like kind of we do a formation basically, and Jintong like automatically goes into that formation, like stepping this way, and then so
this creates an interesting entangled bond. I don't know what to call it yet, so I'm just calling it that. All right. Maybe in the moment you are maybe a bit surprised, Haoran, that this is happening, but you run with it, you go along with it. This is a hit. It succeeds. So you get supported,
yeah.
so you get a +1 to your roll for dealing with the troops. Okay.
Okay.
Alternatively, if you don't want to take the +1 to your roll, you can also take my support to clear one of your marked elements.
Which do you want? The +1,
Well,
or do
I
you want the
think I
clear?
might. I think I will clear the element. So that way I can clear my wood, even though it's -1. A lot of that overconfidence was due to Jintong, so I think clearing that because of Jintong makes the most sense.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. All right. So now deal with troops. Roll
All
with
right, so now I'm rolling with my style.
You're being helped. You're improvising with all of the wonderful broken pottery, as well as covering up your poison blades. And yep, what you get?
All right, I got a 11.
All right. So with the 11, you do so easily. You defeat them. Describe this coup de grace of, like, having all this help. Tell me, how does this feel? Like, how does this feel, like, being helped by this person who you were originally targeting?
Like, I'm torn because, like, I still, despite what I said to Jintong, I still of the belief that Jintong and Soup and Li Jing have some sort of relationship. And so part of me is like didn't kill Jintong the first time because they can't imagine killing someone that means that much to Li Jing. So, and especially not being seen as being responsible for it. Like, if Jintong were to die from their poison, that doesn't involve me. I feel less involved and therefore less guilty if Jintong were to die and it could be somehow blamed on me. I would find some way to figure out how to make it my fault. so it's kind of one of these, like, really twisted, like, logical thing. Like, I'm using logic to explain my emotions away.
Oh my God. Amazing. Okay. Well, all right. So tell me, like, how the finishing moves go with Jintong's help as you take out the last of
So
the
what I
rubbish.
imagine is I am like Haran is making themselves feel more like a distraction, and the poison isn't like it's not like fast acting, but it's slowing them down enough that it is making it much easier for them to be dispatched by both Jintong and Li Min, so that in my mind that all these incidental cuts and scrapes are will just look like that, and since they are all have taken fatal wounds, that hopefully they will be seen as credited with the deaths, and therefore no one needs to detect anything because there's the obvious wounds. And so, but I'm kind of torn as to Jintong looked like they wanted to kill me last time we spoke because I was a little dismissive. So I am a little confused about that. So I think once that fight, once they like there's smashed glass cuts and everything, pushing tables over to create more incidental harm, and when it's all over, like I think I am standing and maybe a little too close to Li Ming, staring at Jin Tong, wondering what happens next.
She's actually, by the way, like Radish is actually behind all of the mess. Like, you know, she's actually unconscious down on the ground, like behind all of them. Like, you know, after all is all said and done, like you've taken out all of the all of the masked, you know, ambushers and everything like that. She's actually unconscious. Like her sword
Mhm.
has been like, you know, tossed off to the side, and she has like a gash in her in like around her rib cage. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like it looks like a
oh,
deep wound.
then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then there'll be a slight change. If there's no one else conscious in the room other than Jin Tong, I think I would not be hiding the fact that I have daggers at that point because now I'm actually seeing Jintong as the only threat, and I don't need to hide my weapons at that point. But I'm also not putting them away because my concern is that this isn't over yet.
Yeah, I mean, so what Jintong is doing is like after going in and just instinctively going into the like there are people that need to be taken care of. And let's get that done. Um what Jintong does is like she is trying to get where she goes for the archer in the room, which is first of all a very strange thing to do. Um uh but like she'll go for that person and then basically knock them out again, like apply maybe a bit too much force, so it's like they're knocked out but they're also probably gonna sustain a permanent injury from that. And then uh very efficiently start to strip this person and like look for any like identifying um items or like signs on them, and is like super focused on this to be like, who's this, where do they come from?
Study.
Study, I guess. Yeah. um I don't know if we wanted to cut to someone else and come back to the study, or if you want to keep resolving the scene.
Let's resolve the scene with a study.
Okay. I will roll with Earth. Yeah. Caution, focus, presence.
Okay.
Makes sense. All right, guys, come on. Okay. Okay. I have rolled a 6 plus 2 is an 8.
Okay.
So I get one hold. Yeah, I don't get a clue. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mads.
Okay. One hold.
But yeah, I would like to just ask a question, which is
Yeah.
oh yeah, I also have a deadly secret. If when I first meet someone from another faction or group, I may ask about or declare one detail of their reputation or their clan's activities. So funny. Um yeah, I would just like to ask like who
Who this person is
who
or what something.
yeah, who's this person, or what faction are they from?
Okay. So the tanglement gets a little bit deeper. This looks like it's somebody from White Mountain, Emerald Sky Saints clan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that out loud. Emerald Sky, no, White Mountain. What do I find that indicates that they're White Mountain?
You see the clan crest It's a piece of jewelry that only they make and only they wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up, and then I'll turn around and look at Haoran. Who is still holding the daggers, but that's not.
Probably not a surprise to you anymore, you know?
Yeah, also, like, it's not an alien situation to Jintong to be discussing things while the other person is also possibly thinking about killing her. And then she'll kind of like hold the pendant and then like release the chain so that it drops and then kind of like dangles so that Haoran can see it.
It's like I'll look at the pendant and was this? Did you say were we bait?
I think we were caught in something else that had nothing to do with us. And then
I think I will start checking on Li Min, like put away one of the daggers and start checking Li Min's injuries.
Yeah, and Jintong like walks a bit closer, but not that much closer. And then as Haoran like starts like going to like check on Li Min, we'll say she knew. She knew this was going to happen.
She walked into the ambush intentionally.
Sorry, what was that?
It's hard to believe. She knew about an ambush and walked into it intentionally. That seems unrealistic.
She pulled you away way faster than her usual reaction. I'm sure you know this.
Can I trust someone that I just tried to kill a day ago?
You don't have to trust what I say. You just have to stop deceiving yourself.
And so you're not. Well, you have a friendship with Li Jing, so I assume you wouldn't want his sister dead. So can we call it a truce for now so I can make sure she stays alive?
His sister? Oh wait, I don't remember. Did Jintong know that Radish?
No.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. That's what I mean. I don't know.
Great. Okay, so let's say that I didn't know. We can have this reveal now.
Perfect.
And for the first time, like, Haoran, you can see that Jinho looks, I guess devastated is the right word. His sister.
Yes. And I think at this point is like that reaction kind of convinces him that you at least won't attack right now, and he immediately puts it away and starts like desperately checking Li Min. Like, what's the moment that they feel like they can do that? They were just start trying to check Li Min and make sure she's okay. Yes, you don't. I don't understand why. How could you not know?
Why would I know?
So we're keeping up that pretense. Fine. Why would you know? Why would you react? This was a surprising amount of emotion for someone who's poisoned, doesn't care. And it's like I literally at this point have turned my back, on the check on Li Min. Like,
yes,
I'm more concerned about Li Min than I am.
Yeah. I gotta do inner
Somebody's
conflict.
gotta do some inner conflict. God,
Frickin' this frickin' undercover cop calling me out.
oh, you're calling each other out. I don't do nothing. I just sit here and just say where you are. That's all I do.
I am going to roll with, well, the most realistic one would be metal, but that's my style element.
Yeah. I was gonna ask how
Um,
you feel, but God. Aw.
I think I will roll with water because I am uncertain, isolated, and well, maybe not depressed. Depressed is those.
Yeah,
You're in
that's not-
shock right now, I
Yeah.
think. There's like
Yeah.
this level of shock
So,
going on.
I'll roll with water. All right, guys,
Don't forget
come
your
on.
Don't forget your XP.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 7. Dice. Coming in clutch.
Better flee or mark an element to stay
Okay,
in the game.
so first of all, when I roll a hit on inner conflict, I can choose up to 2 witnesses.
Oh, wait. Oh yeah, you have a move, don't you?
Yeah.
So-
I forgot about that.
I guess my question is Radish faking it? Or can she
Oh.
also be a witness?
Okay. Well, I mean, she doesn't have to fake it necessarily. Maybe she's coming back into consciousness. That's one.
Oh, that would be so funny too.
Okay. And then maybe
Sorry, not funny, incredible.
Right. But maybe this is the point where maybe Soup comes into play. Like maybe like this is where like, Soup wanders into the thing to investigate.
-1 for inner conflict. No.
just give it to John. Like, just why are you looking?
It's just-
give
I'm
it
like,
to the
I-
one person not in the scene.
I mean,
Because it's, hey, I didn't suggest it.
I know. Matt is like, maybe the honest can come in and then you can.
I mean, let's just like have it all there, It's like
Okay, yeah,
let's not
that's
make it a
fine.
triangle. Let's make it like the big quad.
Quadrilateral.
Thank you.
Okay, so is it then? I'm definitely, choosing Haoran because Haoran is the one that I know for sure is conscious. Can I also pick Radish or
Yeah, like so
okay,
Radish
Max?
can be coming to consciousness. Sure, that's fine.
Mhm.
okay? I don't have any bonds. I would love to spend a bond to have someone visit me privately, but I can't. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna change Radish's mood. I don't know what Radish's mood was before, but I think so. Visually, what this looks like is Jintong is like after being like aggressively called out, j looks like she's like physically like trying to hold her emotions in check, and then just like her hand instinctively goes to her arm where the poison has gone up, and then she coughs up blood again, and obviously Jintong is going to run away, but I think it's also interesting like for Radish to have seen some of this like as she's coming to. Haran doesn't see this obviously, but and her mood is that she feels bad for Jintong
Yes.
based on the whatever little bit that she heard.
Mhm.
And I don't know, maybe she heard Haran bullying Jintong.
Yeah. I think that's one of the first things that comes out of her mouth, like when she comes to, but then Jintong's already left. I think that's one of the
Yeah.
things, because maybe she's in Haoran's arms actually, and then she's
Great.
yeah.
And then the other thing that I would like to do is I don't know if like +1 forward is that interesting is the thing. But yeah, I'll take +1 forward against Haoran. I'll be nice. Unless you want to roll with -1 on inner conflict. I'm fine with that too. It's up to you, John.
You do whatever you think sounds most interesting. I'm here for it. So
Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
+1 forward against you because like a lot of things have shifted, I think, like between our two characters' relationship. So I think that might be interesting.
This is just
Okay.
so layered. Ugh.
Yeah, so I cough up blood and then uh and then I leave, and it's like not as like smoothly just disappearing into the shadow as before because I am poisoned. And so it's like I stumble as I walk out, but then like I straighten and then just like jump off.
How does
And
the poison manifest further in your body or on your body?
Oh, that's fun. Um Maybe my hair can start turning white.
Ah, yes, the streak of white. That's amazing.
Ah,
I love it.
love it, love it, love it. It's terrible, but we love it. We love it. We love it for you. And then as you're leaving and you've left and you have Radish in your arms, Pen, I think, like Radish hasn't opened her eyes yet, but she will whisper to you in a gravelly voice. It's like, "Why did you do that?"
Why'd I do what? What do you mean? Why did I do what?
And she starts to open her eyes. Something about her relationship with my brother? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, that's the perfect time to cut to the next scene.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So, damn. All right. Do we? Okay. So when we cut back to Soup and Gullible Mu, Soup has asked Gullible Mu to do what now with Guo Botong? What?
It's a friendly sparring match, just so I can get a read on them, you know.
Hmm.
I only thought of Gullible Mu after I heard that they had entered the competition, right? Like they're the only person I know that isn't my sister that would have a logical reason to spar with all of these extremely suspicious characters.
So basically, in the practice arena,
Yeah.
challenge Guo Botong for funsies is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
just to be like, first person who makes contact with the other person wins, something
Ah,
simple.
yes,
Like, yeah,
yes, yes,
just,
yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
And I'm like, yes, you're fighting him.
Yeah. So I think I gotta read this out. So in the chat, Gullible Mu life is an acceptable risk. Oh,
Would
God.
never risk his life. You have
Sure.
to remember that I'm there, and anytime I can unleash my 8 steps of the ghost and defeat anybody. So
With
I'm
with Soup as a friend, it's almost like you don't need enemies, right? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay, so anyway, at the practice arena, let's just cut over there. So let's just say that Guo Botong is there with his mysterious mask, and has his weapons of choice. For funsies, let's just say that Guo Botong has is practicing with the rope dart or something like that, and in the practice arena, it's like you have your staff, Gullible Mu, and he's challenged you, or you've challenged him just for fun, and then Soup, you're watching and observing. Who challenges whom? Let me ask you that.
Oh, I'll go up to him. Unless you want to do
no,
the
no,
intro.
I wanted to push you forward.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
yeah.
you watch him. You watch him in the arena, and he's got that intimidating looking mask on. He's wearing his dark colors. Maybe he's got like some silver edging on his clothing, and he kind of watches you rock up to the edge of the arena of his particular ring. His eyes look Amused. Can I help you? They sound a bit gravelly behind the mask, but I mean, like, aside from that, I mean, like, he seems pleasant enough.
Uh, can I see Riverglass is here, but I don't know it watching?
Yes.
Okay. Um, uh, oh, I'm like staring, I'm clearly staring at the mask and not him. Um, Distracted. But then I shake my head. I was wondering if you can help me practice losing.
And like, he's kind of like just making like small maneuvers with his rope dart, and like, you're watching it move back and forth, up and down, and then all of a sudden he stops, and then this mask like just turns very deliberately to you, Mu, and says, "Say again."
I'm whispering. I have to lose my match, but I want to make it look convincing. Um, and my friend, I will look to Soup. um, uh,
I
thought that
immediately
it.
turn
Uh,
away.
my friend thought that you would be great in helping me, and that we could practice as well, so that you are getting something out of it as well.
Oh, I don't think that it will take much to convince anyone. And he immediately will, like, like, shoot out the rope dart against your ankle and then pull you into the ring.
Oh, I fall on my butt and slide in.
Hmm. If you're holding on to your staff, you'll be fine. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, he'll immediately pull you into the ring.
Yeah, no, no, I'm fine with being dragged.
Okay.
And I yelp, and then I start laughing, and then I catch myself.
Okay.
Um,
So, uh,
oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going
mhm,
to I'm gonna get it, like, roll on my chest and push up and do
mhm,
like a spin so that the rope is no longer coiled. It uncoils
mhm.
from my leg,
Sure,
and I
sure.
stand up.
Nice.
Yes,
Cool start.
yes. So, all right. So, like, let's go ahead and just for funsies, let's do an impress. Regardless of the outcome of the impress, you will impress to get one of those outcomes. Like you're aiming for an outcome per
Okay.
se, but you could still lose, right? Because I mean that is your goal. But I'd be curious to see if you will impress Guo Botong with your with your just brazenness
Are we rolling?
among other people that's watching.
Are we doing the impress in lieu of the duel?
I mean, duel. I mean, I would imagine that you're dueling because like you want to win.
Right.
So, because
So
I mean, like,
okay.
duel implies that you're trying to show them mercy, let them escape, and then you're fighting to win the
Right.
conflict. Like impress sounds to me like more like you're just trying to get a certain outcome, because I mean, like, I imagine this could be very favorable for you getting a bond, clearing an element, or gaining a favor from Guo. So I think you want to
Okay.
aim more for that. All right. So yeah.
Okay. And I'll use my fight element, I guess.
Okay. All righty.
Uh,
And you're describing your performance, the start of your performance, brilliantly. So I mean, like, I'd like to continue on that same kind of role. What'd you get?
I rolled a 4.
Uh-huh. Well, nobody
Oh,
used your face to fade, right? So
right, that's true.
Do it. Do it.
Sure, I might as well, yeah. So that becomes a 13.
okay.
If you're adding the
Hmm.
+1 for following the monk's advice.
Okay. Alrighty. So on a hit, you impress and convince. You pick two options. You can also pick one of those options twice if you so choose. All right. So go ahead and pick two of those or one of those twice. Which one do you want? You are impressing. I want to hear like how you're impressing everyone here, especially Guo. Okay,
Mhm.
with losing.
Yeah.
So I'll create a bond with Guo.
Okay.
And
I'm also happy if you want to create a bond also with somebody else watching, like, you taking the bond twice, but with separate people. That's fine too. I don't care.
I'll create a bond with Soup.
Okay.
Sick. But what happens in the fiction, right? What happens? What do we see?
Yeah. So
let me just write this
one
down.
bond with Guo, one bond with Soup. Yeah. What happens in the fiction?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, like coming together and separating, and there's like, Moo is always whispering, oh, that was good. um, uh, yes, do that again, and I'll pretend I'm fainting. Um, but yeah, it's weird, like it's in not taking seriously. I'm actually doing fighting better than I would if I were trying to defeat him. Um,
And he's also able to do some of his moves as well. Like he's able to, like, do a lot of, like, kick and heel spins, as well
right.
as, like, kicking out his darts, and being able to, like, spin it off of his shoulder, and then, like, also, like, kind of like doing some kind of tricks on his own as well. Like, I can't remember exactly what they're called. Like wheel kicks in the air, like throwing his rope dart, like, against you, and all this kind of stuff. So he's able to impress using you as the foil. So it's kind of neat for him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he's doing a lot more acrobatics than perhaps I am.
Yeah.
Um,
But he's able to work off of you to do it. So
right.
you're helping him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something cool, like the knife dart, missing my face uh just by inches as I block it with my staff, and I'm like, oh, that was a close one. Um,
He'll tell you, like, you'll need it on the rope bridge portion of the obstacle course. Like, this is the kind
oh,
of thing that we'll need to ballast off of each other. You know.
oh, I think that gives me an idea because like when he says that, like he throws the thing again, and I hit the dagger into like a pole, like a practice pole,
Hmm.
and I jump up onto his rope and do like a Legolas where I'm
Oh
walking.
shit! Nice, nice, nice. Right, right.
I hope you're having fun, Rob. Right. I just like I hope this vicious killer and you are becoming best friends. Like,
What, are you
Oh,
jealous? Are you jealous, Soup?
we're supposed to be doing our job here. I just feel like Gullible was having too much fun, and I was like, okay, let me try to solve this case. Just-
But
uh,
yeah, I run on the rope towards him, and I think he just does like, but before I get him, just like just does this flying spinning kick
Mhm.
and hits me, and I fall into the dust,
Yes,
um, and that's
oh,
how it ends.
yes,
nice.
awesome. So, and then he holds out his hand to you
Oh,
to help you up.
yeah, I hold out my staff, and he grabs his staff and pulls me up.
Yep.
Sorry.
Can I do a study move on him,
If you
or
want.
would that be study?
Yeah. If you want to learn something about him.
Hmm. About the world or establish new facts, sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm
Uh,
also rolling study.
Okay.
oh, you
Uh,
are okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but you roll yours as well, Rod. Remind me, if I use a shadow, it bumps up to a 10. Right?
No, it bumps it up one tier.
Oh, so I rolled an 8, so I can bump it up to a 10
Yes,
by
you can.
spending.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
Agatha had to roll to do a shadow to just get it to a mixed success because of the
Yeah.
miss. So.
I'm gonna use water as a.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 6, but I'm gonna use. I will use my bond with. I'll use my bond with him immediately. Just got it, but um, to get a 7.
Okay. All right. So with a 729, you gain 1 hold, or you take a cost to gain 2 hold for your study. And then Soup, because you bounced to a 10, you gain 2 hold, sorry. 10 hold, I wish. Yeah. So what do you want to do with your 2 hold, Soup? And what do you want to do with your 1 hold, or do you want to take a cost and gain 2 hold? Mu.
Do you want to finish, Rod, and then I'll go on?
If you have an idea, go ahead, because I'm still
Cool.
thinking.
Yeah. So first of all, let me just do the flashback. So I picked mentor. So I think the moment that Mu is kind of like pushed into the dust, right, in that final finishing blow from Guo, um, we flash back to Soup being trained by his master at the Clove School. This is, the Master Clove, and maybe Master Clove also wears a mask, right? And Soup is sparring with this master and gets like kicked into the dust in the same way. And like I think in the flashback we get the sense that this Master Clove is like a harsh teacher, someone who's kind of always pushing his students and Soup specifically to try harder. And in the same flashback, we see the kind of detective training, learning about poisons, wounds, things like that. And then, like there's the master does this lecture on like what kind, like the psychology of like wounds, to be like, oh, a pinprick, that suggests a person who is not confident in themselves and, wishes to keep their identity a secret and things like that. Or like, this, blah, blah, blah. And so I think, so yeah, that's the flashback. And then I will bump up to a 10. And I will then spend that 2 hold. Man, I do want a clue, but
In what way are you gathering this clue? Observing the fight with Guo Botong, or around you in the arena?
no, no. I think I won't. I think I won't spend it on a clue. I will
Okay.
reveal. I'll reveal a detail.
Okay.
Um. Oh no. Okay. No. 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 I think I will take a clue. Yeah. I will just take a clue. I don't want to declare who Guo Botong is actually. So yeah. I will take a clue.
Okay. But again, when you're getting
Yeah. I'm
this,
watching. Yeah. I'm watching the fight. Sorry. Sorry.
okay, yeah, because with the way these clues are laid out, it's nice that they're kind of specific, which makes
Mm.
it a little bit easier to kind of distribute the clue, right? So,
Yeah. So anything I could theoretically find either by watching the fight or watching the
mhm.
people watch the fight. But like, yeah, I'm personally trying to get the sense of, like I'm getting the sense from watching this fight that it wasn't Guo Butang who killed Yang Mofeng. Like
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
just my reading, but I
Right.
would like a general clue. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, it also makes it harder because like sometimes it's hard to figure out like how this could be contextualized in the specific moment.
Mm, for
Mhm.
sure, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. If no clue fits, I think I figured out an interesting detail essentially to just do that.
Mm. All right. Well, I'm going to give this to you in a way that you will notice this as a detail that is definitely a clue. But
Yeah.
when you do the revelation move, like, you're going to have to contextualize it
Yeah.
um, to a facet anyway. So, as you are watching this fight and possibly getting a little bit perturbed, jealous, I don't know what kind of feeling you possibly have, you're not going to admit to a feeling anyway. Maybe you're looking around at the practice arena and you're noticing that there are um, charcoal braziers around here. Of course, to cast light to help the competitors see as they practice. But there's strange ashes in one particular brazier near you.
Mm,
And you can figure out like
interesting.
what that means. Like what, like, are they strange looking? Are they strange colored? Do they give off a strange kind of light? That is up to you, but you notice it specifically because they do not match anything else in the other braziers that are around the practice
Ah,
location.
okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to say that they're the same smoke, that they smell the same as the the smoke in Guo Botong's room, right? Like there's a lot of
Ooh,
smoke swirling in his room. So yeah, he's put something in these braziers. Okay.
that's
Yeah,
something
I like it.
weird. All right.
Yeah,
Cool, cool,
I like
cool.
it.
All right, nice, nice, nice. Okay. And then for you, Moo, what would you like to do with yours?
All right, so you got a clue already, so maybe I can ask a question.
Yeah, go for
Uh,
it.
Still trying to figure out if I want to. I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and take two hold, and I'll.
So you would alienate someone, cause a misunderstanding, reveal a secret, or endanger an NPC
Right. Um,
to gain two hold. Hmm. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. I didn't do that because I was tired of endangering NPCs. NPCs. I was like,
It's
I'm
your
just
thing, though. You know, for you, it's like it's part of your deal.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know, with Gullible Mu, I don't know. You know,
yeah.
or do you have a secret you'd like to reveal, Mu? I don't know. Um,
Oh,
to gain two
um,
hold.
so, someone else, your dad.
No,
Sorry.
no.
no. Oh, actually, you know what? I think. Well, hold on. So you've already rolled a 6. So you're gaining you rolled a 6, but then you bumped it up to 7 to 9 to do like how? How did
I
you do
used
that?
my bond with Go. Well,
Do you also want to hmm. So 7 to 9 with Guo to get it to 7 to 9. I'm wondering if you could also use a shadow in this case to get it to a 10.
10 would
Yeah,
give you
10 gets you the
just
2
be
hold.
hold.
without the consequence. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that if you want to do it, but you'd have to pick one of your shadows.
Uh, I think I'll. Gosh, I think I'm gonna endanger Guo Botong.
Interesting.
Um, and
Your
I
new
think
best friend?
yes, because I think I
Okay.
revealed to someone something about
Oh,
him. I know there was like that key imbalance.
Oh,
I think
okay. 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 All right. I want to hear how okay. Tell me what you do.
all right.
Tell
I think
me.
yeah, he helped me up. I
Yeah.
I grabbed the blade part of his weapon, pull it out of the pillar, and I give it to him. And when I
Uh-huh.
give it to him, like our hands touch, and I
Uh-huh.
I just sense that there's something off about him. But I think it's visible to whoever might have ill intent for him watching in the crowd. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think like our yeah, I think our eyes kind of meet. I do want to. So my question that I'm going to ask is,
All right, well, hold on, hold
what?
on, hold on. So, okay.
Hmm.
If you're going to endanger an NPC, if you're going to endanger Guo, just remember that one of the things that was established was that like he needs to keep his mask on to stay
Focused or
to
corporeal
corporeal.
or
Yes, okay.
corporeal? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And like if you gain 2 hold, that gets you a clue. If you're going to do a question, that spends a hold.
Hmm.
So, Are you going for a clue, or are you going for like a question for each hold? I'm just trying to assess what you're doing with your hold. if you
Right.
if you endanger if you're trying to do this 7 to 9 with a cost to gain another hold.
Yeah,
Because
let's make it a clue then.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you just kept it 7 to 9 with just one hold, then you could just ask a question, no problem, and then
Right.
endanger Guo. Yeah, whatever. But if you want to endanger Guo for 2 hold, make sure you're using the 2 holds for for whatever purposes. So,
Okay.
Okay. So, do you want the clue first, or do you want to endanger Guo now? What do you want?
I'm just gonna look at the clues real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already.
Yeah, get one more and we could start thinking of the other way.
Okay.
Strange ashes, dead coded message demanding a meeting. Glance. Gesture.
Because I can give you a clue right this second, and then you can totally endanger Guo all you want.
Yeah, what's up, Rob? What are you thinking?
Yeah, let's go for the clue then. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think, as you're talking, you're talking with, being helped up and talking with Guo. I think you'll see, and you don't necessarily recognize it at the moment, but you have a memory for certain things. You do notice things as a poet, and it is beautiful enough that this calls to notice, and you can describe it any way you like. I mean, just make it notable, like write it down somewhere. But this could be part of your revelation, like when you guys do the theorize and all this kind of stuff. But
Hmm.
you see on his person, it's very small, very tiny. It is a pin of sorts, but it is a token of the Greenleaf Society.
Okay. Okay.
It is on his clothing. That is the clue. All right. Now, how are you endangering Guo Botong?
Oh, all right.
Make this tough. Make this tough. Make this hard.
Make this hard on him or
Yeah, well, I mean, you're endangering him,
Yeah.
right? Like you're incurring a cost for gaining that second hold.
uh uh he he drops the pin drops from his cloth, and whoever sees it sees it.
Mm, mm. Okay. Interesting.
Hmm.
Maybe you could like reveal like a weakness of his or something like that. Like in your
Okay.
because we don't have anybody set up who is like, oh, Greenleaf Society must kill, must destroy, right?
True, that's
Um
true.
so is there like a weakness that comes to mind? Something like maybe like he doesn't I
Oh,
don't know, doesn't like use like one hand or something. I don't know.
can I say that his scale is not as high as people think?
Oh,
I mean,
And that he's
he took on 2 opponents when he first got there. That was the condition of like coming in late and
yeah.
also
Mhm.
showing off the one token. You know, this is a different token. Um,
And or maybe his strength has to do with his chi imbalance in some way. Like
Mm,
the more like if he fights with his full strength, then the chi imbalance will spike in like uncontrollable ways
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool. So maybe like somebody could like manipulate like that to defeat him. Yeah. And the nice part is we have no idea what that means. So like any ideas that come in the future are fine. Yeah.
Okay. So here's where I will help Mu, but
Yes,
also make
please.
it difficult for Guo. So I think, as he's helping you up and maybe you point out that he's dropped the token, you see the clue. And he moves to pick it up. But as he moves it, like for all the activity, all the goofing around that you two have done, like his mask moves just slightly out of place, and you see, like, what's happened to part of his face underneath. And he sees that you see, and then he immediately moves his mask back into place. And he growls, "You didn't see anything," in a threatening manner.
Yeah. But what did you see, Rod?
Do you want me?
I mean,
Do you want me to make up something?
he looks great, but I mean, like, yeah, there's something underneath there.
Yeah, where Matt's like, what does Mu see? Like,
He's the...
I was thinking that too, actually. Do we see signs of the poison that Jintong has
It's
been
not
infected?
poison. It's not
no.
poison, but I can like imagine like it's like a disfigurement, as if like you like folds of skin, like underneath. But I mean, like, otherwise he's fine, so. But I mean, like, like Mu only got like a small like got to see it, like a small part of it, so. But I mean, also, like, like it started, like, smoke started curling underneath from the part that was exposed, so. Who knows? Anyway, that's what's happening there. And yeah, you have, let's just go over out of character. Let's just go over this, like, real quick. You have 8 clues on the board for this mystery, for complexity 6. A pinprick on the back of the heel, a poison that smells familiar to Haoran, signs of unusual chi imbalance, a glance and flicking gesture between Guo, Cheng, and Skycast, a coded message demanding a meeting, a dead cook, strange ashes in a charcoal brazier, and a token of the Greenleaf Society. One clue has already been matched to one facet, to Guo Botong, of course, and the new Greenleaf Society. And the 2 other facets are events of last year's tournament and the murder of Yang Mufang. All right, so again, at least one clue has to be matched to each facet, and then yeah, I just have to go do the revelation move and then roll on it to find out if you were right and resolve this mystery. Again, out of character, we have after this particular session, we have 3 sessions left. Don't know if you guys just want to get through as much as we can get through in the next 3 sessions, or if we want to add 1 or 2 more just to finish off this mystery and then maybe finish off the next one in the set. So the set is the Puzzle Sword mysteries, for Numberless Secrets. I mean, there's a couple more after that, but we don't have to do all of them. And I'm happy to just stop at the, on the 23rd. But yeah, I mean, like, it's been a nice run.
I feel like realistically, we will need another like full set of sessions to do another mystery. Like, right. Just the way that we have so many players, we have so many plot lines.
Sure.
That's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to keep playing I'm happy to keep playing into another mystery, but I do think that it's not going to be like tack on 2 or 3 more sessions. I think it will have to be like another set in the new year.
Sure.
Oh
yeah.
I feel like how many sessions have we had? We've only had 3 so far, right?
No. Well, we've had
in this run. Yeah.
In this run, it's been
This is the fourth.
Fourth or fifth. I have to look at the dates that we've had so far. But I mean, like, at
Okay.
least,
Oh,
yeah.
maybe you're right. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this is.
Maybe
I
it
think
just
this is
feels
the.
like a lot.
I think this is the fifth. Yeah, I think this is the fifth.
Okay.
Or
In
the.
which case, yeah.
Yeah, because the first mystery took 4 sessions. This is the fifth for this particular mystery. So if we resolve this mystery, it'll take 6 sessions to resolve.
Yeah.
But
Then
we
let's
won't
not-
need
yeah,
the whole
then-
session to resolve it. You know,
Yeah,
we will maybe. But you guys like just have so many like layers. So I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
we could
To
Then
do
be
maybe we
fair,
don't
some of the
rush it.
sessions have been short.
Yeah,
Like we had
that's
a
true.
short session, and then we have like most people absent. And
Yeah,
so
no, it's fine.
it's hard to base how many sessions it takes when that's happening.
That's true. That's true. And also, too, again, a lot of people, like, you know, are involved in their own stuff, and there just happens to be a mystery behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm also happy to then play this out for longer. Yeah.
okay, all right, that's fine. I mean, like, I just
I'm
wanted
in
to
no
make a
rush
mention
to
of it.
solve this. Yeah.
Just makes you laugh. I'm just saying. I mean, like, there just happens to be a mystery, like afoot. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Fine.
Well, anyway, okay. I just wanted to point that out. All right. So you can choose to like take a look at this now again out of character. You know, like we just close out the investigation part of it, unless you guys want to have like 1 or 2 more scenes with each other to, you know, not resolve, but like at least like kind of talk to each other. I don't know, or be awkward with each other for the remaining part of the session.
I have a clarifying question, actually.
Yes, please.
Before you mentioned that Emerald Sky Saint was killed.
Yes.
And the one of the ambushers,
yes.
the token,
the token,
whatever the token I found on them was from White Mountain.
Yes.
And I'm looking in the NPCs tab, and under Emerald Sky Saint, it says she is a member of the Legendary Order of Sky Saints. Are we conflating the 2 factions then? That the Sky Saints and White Mountain are the same?
It says that her clan holding is on White Mountain. So in the same NPC description, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad. I just did not read far enough. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, like, but I mean, like,
No.
it's like it's the whole clan holding is White Mountain. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we could do 2 more sessions of like just still finding out stuff. Because I have no idea. We have no idea who White Mountain is and the Sky Saints, and like, none of that has been set up.
And it could be a red herring. Like maybe it's something completely different. Like you don't know.
Could be, yeah.
Whether it's something having to do with like Yang Feng or not. You don't know.
Yeah.
But that's really up to you, right? I mean, like, you know, you don't have to use every single clue. Although I will say that my Brindlewood Bay people have had a very weird history of like using every single freaking clue that they have found way past the complexity, and their record is 18 clues towards a 8 complexity, and they have been insane. So you don't have to do such things. I'm just saying that, you know.
I like having more. Yeah. More clues.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like I still plan on walking into an ambush and
utilize your moves. You have playbook moves. Why not? Right?
Like, I mean, it has less to do with the move and more to do with I have an idea for the situation that I would like to play out, and the move just happens to be nice, great, giving me a reason to push it for it.
What's the situation? Do you want to talk about it? Or?
Yeah.
Totally talk about it.
And it's like, since like I discovered, like, not Haoran discovered the coded message demanding the meeting with Songbird Jin. And I fully intended for Haoran to go and find out what's happening there, and also leave some sort of message for Soup for why they're doing that. and so like honestly, I see that potentially either Haoran discovers something or somehow gets captured, but the letter is really the important thing.
Well,
Because and it's like and so some of the things that happened this session has gives me more like ammunition for what might get left in that letter for Soup before they go off to do this thing alone to like finally maybe get Soup to acknowledge their existence.
Oh no.
No,
Oh
no,
my god.
that's not what's happening here, John. I hope you realize.
Oh my god.
I hear your words,
No,
but
no, no.
that does not have any effect on my truth.
Oh my
John, we're avoiding each other. It's a mutual avoidance. I say as you go into
Like,
ambushes
yes,
with my
you and
sister,
me
a
are
romantic
mutually
ambush.
avoiding.
Yeah, of
Soup
course.
and Haran, it's only so
Wow.
like you and I, we are mutually avoiding. Characters are that's one sided. Only one person's avoiding the other person.
What?
Oh my goodness. This is messy. Messy layers. Yeesh. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, damn. All right. So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Ugh. Holy crap. Okay. So anyway, you have you have more investigation that you guys can do if you so choose. You have more messy BS that you can do amongst each other because wow, like so many.
I think I
don't.
should probably have a scene with Mu because we just haven't had a scene.
Yeah,
We
no,
haven't
go for
talked to
it.
each other at all yet.
Sure. Well, I mean, like you still have that whole thing with River Glass. Oh God. Yeah. So please, let's go ahead and figure
I want to touch on
that
my
out.
other entanglement. So
Yeah, please do. Like, yeah, like start looking at your entanglements because like we'll address that after
okay, Mu,
that particular scene.
you lost successfully. And I have just run away from an emotionally stressful situation, and I am coughing up blood. My hair is white, question mark, turning white, question mark. Maybe there's like a stylish streak. I don't know. um, um, oh, it'd be so funny if her eyebrows also start turning white. Anyway, so how do we want to run into each other? Like, do you have any ideas? I can also come up with something, but curious.
This is soon after the match, I would imagine. Like
It
after
can
the
be,
practice
or it
match.
can just be completely different situation. Like,
Could be. It's still nighttime though. Definitely.
I can go and find you if you want, or you can happen upon me as I'm
I
like
think
trying to recover.
yeah. I think Baby Cloud has run away and I my lamb. And I follow them to the abandoned cemetery where you have gone because maybe you wanted Jade Starlight to help tend your wounds.
Or
Or look
maybe I
at
would need to talk to Jay Starlight about the fact that I can't kill the person that they want me
Oh,
to
right.
kill, that I think that they want me to kill.
Right.
Um, even though they
And,
didn't say that actually.
right.
Anyway.
And I
Yeah,
see you and I think you're a ghost.
sure.
Because you're bleeding and your hair is white and
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be okay. Yeah, sure. I'll be like there, like leaning against a tree, like really in a struggle mode. As you
or are there gravestones in a cemetery like this? Yeah.
yeah. I'm not leaning against a gravestone though. I'm
Okay.
leaning against a tree. Perhaps
Okay.
the same tree that I rubbed blood that I coughed out on last time I was here. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning against the tree, and then I hear you, and I like when my eyes open, it's like really like basically it's like, do I need to kill? And then I recognize that it's you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would just be astounded. And scared. Uh,
Mu,
J- uh, are you a ghost?
why would you ask that?
Uh, because we are in a cemetery and you look like a ghost.
Have you thought about the fact that you are also in a cemetery? And that you could also be a ghost?
He looks scared at the thought.
You're not,
Um,
right?
I try to walk through something and hit my head. Or uh, no, I'm not a ghost. Uh, but if you're not a ghost, you are very hurt, and I'll run to you closer. Um, are you, then I'll stop and are you mad at me for any reason for our words last time?
No, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, good. And then I'll come up to you and I'll try to help you stand.
Um, when you get close enough to to touch Jintong will try to move away. But is honestly again, girl struggling. And I think just sways a little bit.
All right. Uh,
What are you doing here
uh,
in the graveyard if you're afraid of ghosts?
I'm looking for, and then maybe Baby Cloud trots up. Oh, never mind.
A
Um,
sneeze. I'm
oh,
allergic to
that's right.
all of your animal companions.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
uh, 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 Baby Cloud, go back home. And the lamp goes because it understands me. Um, we need to bring you to a doctor, Jintong.
And I think I'm just coughing now. Coughing a lot and then oh, more blood. Wipe it on the same tree.
Let's say you get some on
Oh,
as
I guess I'm
well.
on
Yeah,
you.
some
Do
blood.
you
Yeah.
are you reaching out? Is that why?
Um.
Or are you saying that I'm coughing like it's like projectile blood?
Yeah, I think
That's
a
so
fit comes
funny.
off you, and some gets on me.
Okay,
Some
sure. That's
drops.
fine. That's
Um.
fine. And then I'll notice that and then I'm like I'll like grab a handkerchief and then offer it to you.
And I take it and I wipe your mouth. Um.
Um yeah. Oh, okay. I think when you do that, leans back, but then there's the
Mm,
tree that she was leaning
mm.
on. So then she also bumps her head against the tree. Um, and then it's
You
just
are not a ghost.
yes, I think you should have known that already when I coughed blood on you.
I have never met a ghost.
I do not need to go to see anyone.
I show you the bloody handkerchief. You are not well. Uh,
Is River Glass around?
uh, yes. Uh, this is a long story, but yes. Yes,
What is the
he is
story?
here. Hmm?
What is the story?
It's nothing. We have to fight each other, but don't worry about that now. Um,
You have to
we
fight each other?
yes, in the tournament of death. Uh, but don't worry, I have a plan. That's actually Soup's plan. Um, but
What is this plan?
uh, I will lose to him.
Well,
But
yes.
yes. uh, and I'll have to make it convincing because he's a poet and a merchant. Um, so I must make it look convincing, but I don't want to hurt his pride or anything like that as well. Uh,
By losing?
uh, yes, I will lose to him.
And that will hurt his pride?
Well, I don't want him to know that I'm losing on purpose.
Since the last time I saw you, have you two spoken to each other?
We did. We cleared up a big misunderstanding. Uh, he is not with the white monk. We are together.
Y- You are the white. Um, you are together. All right. That is fine. And now, together, you have decided to join the tournament and to rig this fight?
Uh, yes, but he doesn't know that. The rigging part. Um,
Why? Why doesn't he know that? Why don't you just tell him?
uh, mm, he
You know
might not
he
agree.
joined the tournament because he knows how to fight, right?
Oh, uh, I had not thought about that. Um, hmm. Well,
Hmm.
w-
Hmm. Yeah. And then Jintong like looks around, is like, okay, Jade
Starlight.
something.
Starlight.
Jade Starlight, thank you. Jade Starlight is like not going to show up, and it will like slowly start to head back. And she just looks so ill. um and like you can tell, like, because I think you have like very good instincts, right?
Right.
That was like Moo's thing, is like being able to sense danger very well. And like I think what Jintong would remind you of is like a severely wounded beast, like the ones that would be threatening usually to Fluffy Cloud or something, but is just um currently, yeah, very different. And
Hmm.
and she does also seem sur- actually more patient, even though she is like, very impatient in the way she's speaking, but she'll start walking away.
Where are you going?
I have to go back. Things are happening.
Oh,
People are trying to kill each other and have killed each other, I suppose. And I should probably figure out what's happening.
this is good news. I mean, our meeting. Uh, I was I was told by the old monk that we have to stay together. Not just me, but my friends. We all have to stay together so that we don't break like bamboo. Uh, you can't go off alone. Uh, let me know where you are while you'll be staying and resting.
And Jinho will like turn around to like face Mu. And why should I do that?
I reach into my pocket and I show you like the broken pieces of that little bamboo.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking down at it and then looking up at you again.
You don't want to be this.
I am that bamboo.
At least let me help you get to where you're going. You can barely
That-
walk.
And you don't like will slowly like keep walking. Like will like turn around again and then like start walking towards where she's staying.
She's staying in the shrine, right? Or
I
somewhere
don't know.
else.
I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know where she's staying. Maybe she's just staying at like one of the local inns, right? Like that would make sense. Um, as she walks, she'll say, "Does it make you feel good to take pity on other people?"
No.
And then
Should it?
and she'll kind of like glance over her shoulder at you. I see you. She'll just walk away.
He'll probably follow just to find out where she is.
Yeah, and she doesn't try to like stop you or anything.
Okay.
You see exactly where she goes to stay.
Theme song, credit crawl. Okay, let's look at end of session. Jeez. Oh my god. Hopefully you took XP if you rolled inner conflict today, and take a look at your entanglements. So if you have touched upon one of your entanglements today, please, give yourself 1 XP, and if you have significantly worked with an entanglement, then give yourself 2 XP. So, my god. Oh my god. So yeah. Seemed like a lot of scene work today. Oh my god. And maybe a little bit of investigation. Especially love the fights. Especially love the confronting each other, or maybe not, like running away was definitely dramatic.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
definitely interacted a lot with both my romantic and my former assassin entanglements, so I'll take 3 XP for
Perfect.
them.
Gullible Mu.
Just the two for the river glass situation.
Soup.
I changed my gender entanglement away from getting Jade started a job to I need to protect Gullible Mu from people who will mislead him like the King of Pearls. And so I'm going to take 1 for that because obviously I protected him by making him fight Guo Botong. I don't know why everyone's so surprised here. That made perfect sense. Anyway, I not only protected him, I feel like I got him like a better friend than I just gave him I made him friends with someone who's going to protect him. So it's a real I'm 2 steps ahead.
Oh my god.
And then I also the whole engaging with my romantic entanglement. It came up only once, but when it came up, it was good because I didn't engage with it, and by doing that, I engaged with it anyway. I'll take 2.
Oh, you're ironic. Like I'm not dealing with it I'm dealing it with by not dealing with it. Great. Okay. And then Pan. Oh man. Oh. You better be taking points, man. Points.
I mean, I can only think I got 2 for. I guess perfectly all my scenes involved Lehman Radish, so
Oh
I
yeah.
give myself 2 for that.
For sure, man. For sure. Oh gosh. Okay, and then we didn't have Jade Starlight today, so no worries. Okay. If you got time, just a little bit of time to just shoot off some stars and wishes, you know how this works. Oh my god. So much involvement today. Try to pack it in as much as possible, Give some stars, give some love to your fellow players. Goodness, oh gracious. And then some wishes for next time, and for getting this mystery resolved or not. I mean, like, you guys have so many scenes and storylines to try and resolve. I mean, goodness, so many things, so many things. Go for it. I mean, I just want to star some. Hold on, let me see if I can star so many things. Just the confusing recaps. I mean, like, just for like where you guys are at. Gullible Mu trying to protect, but also feeling like, he's playing 4D chess out here. And then Jintong also trying to thinking that she's going to fulfill the bargain for Jade, but then not realizing that Radish is related to Soup, and then realizing that she's related to Soup, and then feeling conflicted about it, and then also dealing with Haoran, who is affianced to Soup, but then also insulted by the fact that, like, he's giving her an out. I mean, that's overall, I have to give credit to every single one of you for, again, playing this very layered game that I don't have to do anything except tell you where you are located at any given moment, and then you just run with it. You just do your thing, and I will tell you, like, I think what the appropriate action is, and hopefully you have a move for it, and you roll well enough that you can tell me what the hell you're doing, or how badly you're doing it. Because that's how I feel this game is running right now. And there just happens to be a mystery that you may or may not want to solve because, like, you guys are so involved in your own stuff. I mean, it's such a great, I'm not even going to say game anymore because I'm just here for the storylines. I really am. So those are my stars. And then wishes, just more of it because I don't know how it's going to end. I honestly don't know how you guys are going to put the clues together with the facets to solve the mystery, and how it's going to work out for the next mystery if you're going to tie it all in together. I honestly do not know. So I'm excited to find out, as always. So that's me. My God. All right. Who's next? I'm blessed and privileged to work with you.
I can go next.
Yes.
Fun session. Again, I think big start for Agatha very early on, adding a detail of like, oh, this is an ambush. I thought that was such a strong move to make. The final scene with Gullible Mu was again uh, just top tier role playing. I look like a wounded beast is pretty amazing. Started Jonn, who I think was extremely sleep deprived, but had such a great session. I thought Haoran was so, that fight scene was so fun, but also just like everything at the start of the session. I'm really enjoying the back and forth we have, and Rod, this was the Soup and Gullible Mu episode, and it was so fun. Like I don't know how you managed to do this thing of like with a very straight face, just saying things that are wrong constantly and not like missing a beat. It is real skill. It's hilarious, and I had so much fun playing alongside that. And Mads, thank you so much for running. Oh my God, I feel like we only ask you for clues in places where it's like very hard to like put them. And I really liked your wandering monk full of wisdom, just giving Gullible Mu like some real folktale stuff, and Gullible Mu going like, I never, like, this is blowing my mind. Like, what, unity in strength. It's all very good, very good.
I can go next. Yeah, I really liked Gullible Mu's like how they like was said before, how they go in with a straight face and take everything completely the wrong way, are just wrong enough to be dangerous. And it's just like I just really enjoy that about that character. And multiple times today, you did that, and it was amazing every time. The spar into like it's like this. It was almost like a sparring date. Like you should go spar with this person, and now you're friends. Oh, it's adorable, and I love it. And so that was cool, especially the description of how it all went. Like it almost turned into like a performance art for the crowd, which was I thought was cool. Um, yeah, when Soup interacted with Mu, and then like was is like seriously, we have to investigate, and then as soon as name dropped Haoran, he was just like, "Yeah, we're done here." He was just so it was like, so that was just so funny. Like he's really gung ho. Like we need to do these things, and it's not. Peace out. Peace out. So that was like that.
As far as I know, like Haoran and like Jintong, like they still talking like back there. Like it's
We
just
have never left. We like it's the day
yeah.
later, and we're still.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so yeah, and Jintong like snooping around. That was great, and yeah, I just throwing that ambush into the mix was amazing, and I really enjoyed the scene of when Lehman was injured, and they are effectively having this small unnecessary standoff over her injured body. In a way, and it is like, oh, I am just bitter, and I throw that in just face, and then Lehman hears it, and it was just like, oh, I really probably should have related conflict, but it was great. That scene is great. Just like, oh, it's like the one time let my emotions get the better of me, and I like throw it in someone's face. That is when the person that I am in love with hears me. Is just like, oh, it's crushing.
I have to remind everyone that when Mads played Radish being like, oh, like, why were you so mean? Agatha was just so happy. Like, Agatha is just like, oh. Like, just like leaning back, going like, I did that. I ruined that.
Yeah, and Mads, you've brought us interesting characters that we get to endanger constantly, which is like it's great, both to interact with them and to worry over them as they cause more drama. Oh, and like I guess we're doing stars and wishes, or are we just doing stars right now? Okay, so I think my wish is to go to that alleged meeting and and play towards my actual archetype, which is unready, and try to get in over my head. Maybe get captured, maybe not. Because it's like, oh, I can't get Soup's attention by talking to them, but if I were captured, Soup would have to come rescue me, wouldn't he? He's not so much of a monster that he would.
I want to remind you that you are in love with my sister.
Look, you can be in love with someone and still be upset when someone else does not give you the attention you feel like you deserve.
That's fair.
You can have more than one feeling at the same time.
Yeah, I just don't want you to think that you have the moral high ground.
Oh no, if I'm going to get myself captured to make you interact with me. There's nothing morally high ground about that.
What
That is
witnessing?
manipulative as fuck.
What toxicity are we witnessing here? Oh my goodness! I don't know what we are witnessing right now. What move is this, Agatha? I don't know what are we witness to?
It's called being manipulative as fuck move. I think that's Hearts in Mind.
Oh, charisma. Okay, all right, okay. I'm sorry. Who's
Yeah.
doing wishes now?
Okay, sorry.
I will do my star. My first star is the confrontation during Stars and Wishes between Thomas and Jonn. That's my first star. My second star is I like the emotional intensity of the scene between Jintong and Haoran. It's really fun like for them to kind of like really attack each other emotionally. um and yeah, that was fun. I guess I should type that out. And then I also liked I like the way that the tone always shifts whenever whenever Soup is around. And then also especially when Soup and Mu are in the same space. Like, and I feel like it really fits the genre, because a lot of times that is kind of like a lot of these wuxia stories where it's like really intense and then it's like like I just like it. I think it's fun. um I think Mu is very fun as a character because he's just so weird. And then like the things that he believes change like on a dime at all times. And like the things that he chooses not to believe is also very interesting. It's always whatever is, I mean, I get it, because it's like whatever is the most interesting at the moment, or the funniest at the moment. But it's interesting to think about him as a character, to be like, why, sir, why are you like this? And so yeah, like it's whenever Mu is in a scene, there's always things that are going to happen. So like a very dynamic character. I also love Soup. Love question mark. No, I love Soup. And it is incredibly funny to me to have to be like, remember, your character is in love with Soup. Um but
It's
then
hard to remember because we never interact.
turns out turns out that does make things difficult. Yeah, but I just, yeah, I love Soup. I say this every session, but I love Soup. Soup is just like, I feel like Soup has a lot of layers that are interesting to me. Like there's that like, "Well, I'm just a jokesy guy, who's kind of like derpy," but then there's also like, but also I'm kind of scheming and I'm very smart in some ways. But also, I care about people. But also, sometimes I will make my friend go fight someone just so I can investigate. You know, like, so I think it's a fun, but none of it feels out of character. So I like it a lot. And then Mads, thank you for giving me that moment with Radish when she was like, "Why are you so mean?" to Haoran. Yes, this is me smugly laughing. um I don't know why it pleased me so much, but that was very fun. Thank you for giving me that win. And then I also I really like the way that you played Guo Botong. I think like I love the voice that you use for him. I think it's very effective and evocative. Um yeah. And okay, my wish is to have a scene with Jintong and Soup. Perhaps that might be a good idea. Um yeah, because, and like the major plot point things that I want to resolve, like one is like kind of the Radish thing, and then the other is kind of the Soup thing. So yeah, that's what I would like to see. And then also like I'm thinking about whether Jintong will actually die or not. And so that's something that I think I also want to check in with the table, because people are not always comfortable with like a fellow PC dying. So
I'd like to
that's my
know.
wish.
That's all I'll say, because I am thinking, what does Agatha
Yeah.
want? And whatever you want, I'm
Yeah.
happy to do, but I'd like to know what you want,
I mean,
because
like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, I play a lot of between, so of course I'm into the tragedy part of it. I mean, like, that's perfectly fine. But I mean, you have to be comfortable with that. And, like, do you think that that is the completion of your arc? Do you think that you've done enough with your character that makes sense, right? You know, or what do you
Yeah.
think is your end goal for Jintong, right? Like, do you
Yeah.
want a moment with Soup? Is that your
Well, yes,
culmination?
I would like that before.
Before, right,
Yeah.
before.
No,
Yeah.
no, but the thing is,
She
we
ain't
had
going
this.
quietly out like in the night. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, for sure. The thing is, like, we do have this kind of songbird Jun character that people are playing towards them being like, yeah, I don't know where they are, but like playing towards them being able to cure Jintong potential, right? So if we want the fictional
Oh.
basis of saving Jintong, we can play towards that, but we should play towards that from now, right? Like, we need to
And
do
I've
that.
been trying to do that for 2 weeks, but someone keeps denying me from going to this meeting every time.
No. No one's denied you, John. This
Yes, I've
happened
been
literally
trying so
the
hard
last.
to do this ambush, and every time Lee Min pops in and is like, "No, you're not going anywhere. You're
Okay,
staying
sorry.
right here."
Sorry. I don't understand why you getting kidnapped is pivotal to me
No,
getting
no.
cured of my
No,
poison.
okay. So the meeting is with Songbird Jun.
Okay.
So the reason I was going there is that the meeting means I don't know, I know where Songbird Jun lives. My intent
Mm.
is to go there,
Yeah.
find something for Soup, and to steal something from Songbird Jun, and to
And
get
this
caught
will
in this.
make him
No,
make
no, no.
them
No,
want
no.
to
No. John
cure
is just
my
bringing Songbird Jun into the story. That's all. That's all
No,
John
I'm
is
Okay.
not.
like.
Okay.
No. This is the only reason I wanted to enter. I went searching for Songbird Jin after Gullible Mu made the threat. Like at the after Gullible Mu allegedly made the threat that I needed to investigate Songbird Jun.
Uh-huh.
In that scene, I was like, okay, we've established that they're someone who has a home here that is an alchemist that probably has something that could help potentially, if not cure, at least put off the symptoms of that poison. And
Okay.
from that moment, I was trying to. The whole kidnapping thing is just me wanting to go off by myself and
Uh-huh.
play towards my role, being like
Mhm.
an incompetent detective. Like I am not a detective. I am an assassin, and I'm trying to do a detective thing. So me effing up is me. That's why I feel like they should be effing up, because they're like danger prone Daphne. And
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that's really the purpose of me wanting to go to that meeting, is to that potential for it could be, I could find a cure. Like from my perspective, I
Mhm.
go there, I get a clue, I give it to
Sure.
Soup kind of starts respecting me more. I go
No.
there, I don't get a
Okay.
clue, I find a cure for the person that I'm 100% confident he's in love with. I give them the cure. Soup respects me more. It's just like
Wait.
there's this.
Hold
It's
on.
just like
Yeah,
It's like win,
there's a lot.
win.
right. So it's just like
Okay, great. Cool. I mean, I'm happy to like play into like Jintong not dying, because I think I have slowly transitioned into this character arc for Jintong. So she's not just like pushing people away anymore, and that's kind of interesting. And it's interesting to see where that ends up. I'm also fine with her dying. Like I'm kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't super matter to me, but I guess I should make a decision and say, yes, let's try to make that healing happen. and that's fine with me.
Right. Yeah.
Save me from the
Yeah.
poison, everyone.
And people
I guess.
trying to help you in failing is also very dramatic and fun.
Yeah, help me. Oh no, friendship, scary. Cool. So we can, I don't know, someone put that as a wish. I can put that as a wish. My wish is to be saved by the power of friendship from my poison. Or the power of love. Yeah. Huh? Whichever. Yeah.
Well, one or both.
One or both. Yeah. And then Thomas, did you have a wish? Because I don't think you mentioned it when you were doing stars.
Yeah, I think my wish is there's a bunch of stuff in this mystery that I feel like we have not explored yet. Like one of the facets is like what happened in the previous year and stuff like that. I'd like for us to figure some of that stuff out. I think it is like if we want to just do this mystery over the next 3 sessions, that's great, right? Like we can just take our time, we can do our like inter-character scenes, we can, and then resolve it. I think that works for me.
Yeah, I don't think I've given my stars yet. But I mean, mostly everyone's said things already. I loved, yeah, Tom, I loved the scene with Soup and Moo. That was awesome. And yeah, oh, I don't know, that the whole discussion, and I don't even remember everything. I'd have to watch that scene again because there's so much going on. Um, uh, yeah, and I thought Soup wanting Mu to practice fight with Guo Botong was awesome. Uh, um, yeah, so I hope we can collaborate again in our respective pursuits next time. Jonn, yeah, I love the fight scenes, the ambush. Um, Yeah, the whole thing with Radish and using the pottery and teacups, shattering them to hide the cuts of the poison blade. That was awesome. Um, I love that. Yeah, I love that moment with Radish overhearing your comments to Jintong, and how you surprised Jintong by letting her know that Radish was Soup's sister. It was cool. I love that. Yeah, I love her Mads, like, when she says, why did you do that? Uh, That was awesome. And just what you said now, John, with the whole angle of the assassin playing the detective is very cool. I hadn't thought about that, and I also like how that motivation to help Jintang is now clearer to me as a player, which is cool. Um, and Agatha, there were so many details that were awesome that you added in the ambush. Um, and Matt's played how you set that whole scene with Emerald Sky Saint going through the with the arrow in her. Was awesome. Uh the flashback with River Glass was cool. The line, you don't have to trust what you say, you just have to stop deceiving yourself, from Jintong to Haoran. Um the hair turning white was awesome. The final the final scene that we had together was awesome at the cemetery. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm glad now that Moon knows that Jintong's actually on the scene. And you actually helped me write a new general entanglement because I think everything's converging with Songbird June. Um, and my new general entanglement is I have to help Jintong, but I don't trust the only person who can heal her, which is Songbird June. Uh, Mads, I love the old monk making a reappearance, and the bamboo shoots. The descriptions of the ambush, and the archer falling off the roof and all that. Um, yeah, and all and giving us the space to play around with our craziness. Um,
Yeah, Mads let us just talk amongst each other for like 2 hours. Like
I love it,
just
and I appreciate that so much. If I have a wish, I'd like to start getting a sense of a villain because we don't really know. Like, we know there's a murder, but I don't get like a sense of like a real bad guy for us. Um, right now, there are other people, you know, pursuing their own whatever uh NPCs pursuing their own agenda, but like a villain to that we can focus on would be pretty cool, I think. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. Had a lot of fun.
Awesome. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer, but I mean, because the tournament is just, again, such a festival nature, so many people that are around, well, now one less of good competitors to pick from, like it's hard because like there's still some people that you haven't necessarily dealt with or spoken to really clarify who may be behind some of this crap, and then things that may be going on behind the scenes that have nothing to do with the murder or murders, then you don't know, right? So, yeah, I mean, if you want to spend the rest of the sessions that I have delineated out to just this mystery, go for it, right? I mean, like you have your own storylines to figure out what you want to do with, so that is perfectly fine with me. All right, so thank you so much for hanging out and like making your stars and wishes known. You have a wonderful week of gaming for whatever you're doing outside of this, and I will see you next week for those of you that will be here. All right. All right. So you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.